Hello everybody and welcome back to Apex Legends Global Series North America. We are here for the final stretch, ladies and gentlemen. The final stretch, the final part of this broadcast. We have been grinding this out, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we've already been casting for about 8 or 9 hours total, and we still have another 4 hours with North America coming in for Game 1. Get ready to get hot. Hope you guys are going to enjoy the casts. Very, very exciting day or evening ahead of us as we cast North America. Settle on in, get comfortable, and we'll get started in just a hot moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just want to let you know we're about to start here in about 5 minutes, give or take. The lobby is going to start up here in just a moment. Again, this is Apex Legends Global Series North America, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. We're finally casting North America. Very excited. Last chance qualifiers. This is a very big day. We have a lot of big teams, a lot of teams that are not currently signed, but a lot of big names. A lot is on the line for today. So get ready, get yourself a snack, settle on in. It's going to be a great evening of Apex Legends. I'm excited to have all of you guys here with me. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin here in just a few moments. I want to give a shout out to everyone in chat. Thank you so much for being early. We'll get started here in just a moment. Don't forget to leave a like on the channel. We've been absolutely killing it today. Cannot believe how much we've been casting. Let's go out with a bang. Let's do this. This is big. This is huge. I'm excited. And I get to cast a region I am very, very comfortable with, obviously, casting North America. I know this very well. I've competed within it. I'm very hyped. Hope you guys all enjoy the casting here that's going to begin momentarily. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, what you're about to watch is Apex Legends Global Series Last Chance Qualifiers for Apex Legends. Very, very excited to be casting with you guys today. For tuning in, watching. The server's about to heat up in just a moment. We'll get started. Don't forget to leave a like on the channel. Show your support. I really appreciate all of you guys for being here. This is a really big day. A very, very big day, and I'm very excited just to have a moment to be here with you guys. In a moment, I will be switching scenes. A lot of teams are already getting in the lobby, so very, very excited, and we'll be switching scenes in just a moment. All right, be sure to get your stretches in, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in for it. As you can probably tell, cracking my back, getting warmed up, getting ready. I hope you guys are excited. I'm definitely excited. Apex Legends Global Series North America Last Chance Qualifiers. Very, very excited to cast. This is going to be huge. Huge, ladies and gentlemen. Very huge. Let's see how things shape up, how things are going to go. Let's just see. Don't forget to leave a like, show your support. Look forward to seeing all the players in this lobby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to switch away from the intermission or from the starting screen. Welcome, everybody. It is fantastic to have you here. We have made it. We have made it. We're approaching 12 hours once we finish this broadcast of Apex Legends Global Series. Let's go ahead and push out the tweets, the posts, the fun. Everything is far in between is getting posted right now. Come show your support. Give me 1 second. We have covered almost every single region, getting the experience under our belts. It has been a phenomenal day. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the journey thus far. We are in the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. We will switch scenes. We'll get comfortable. We will get ready. Grab yourself a snack. Grab yourself a coffee. Anything and everything you need. Because we are there. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. Let's go to finals. I got all the scores all up. And it looks like we are Lyman. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are all ready. I'm ready. Oh man, it is now 5:54. I started at 3 or 4 in the morning doing this. My gosh, I've never done anything like this. This has been an absolute blast. This has been fun. This has been crazy. I have a burst of energy. I know I was kind of like keeping it level, but now I know how much energy I need to hold in for the remainder of this. Let's go. Let's do this. Apex Legends Global Series. Shout out to EA for giving me the opportunity just to cast this. Hopefully you guys see this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the cast. This has been an absolute blast. I'm having a blast. I'm excited. Hopefully all of you guys are excited at home too. Let's switch over to game 1. We're about to start here in 6 minutes from what I hear. Everyone is connecting to the lobby, only missing a few more people. Don't forget to share the stream, let people know that we're casting. And this is great. 4 more hours. 4 more hours of this. We got it. We got less than 3 minutes until the launch. Less than 3 minutes, excuse me. Moved away from microphone. Less than 3 minutes for the launch here. I have everything we need. It looks like we are all good. Make sure I have everything that is open, that needs to be open. Coming in hot for another round. Whew, man. North America, let's go. Oh, I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. Hold on 1 second. Don't forget to stretch, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get up and stretch real quick before this round starts. I got less than like 2 minutes to start. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Just a few more minutes. We're just waiting for a few more people to connect. We got some big teams in the lobby. We got a team that knows Shroud. You know who that is. That's Sync, Wicked, and also Turns. We have Kupski from Flashpoint. His teammates are going to connect here in just a moment. We've got Euresis' team with Hill, Simply. We know Impulsive. I've seen Farmer Lucas grind it out in scrims. I've seen Up Sushi before with Talus. Some great players. There's a lot of names in here that you may know are underdogs. All talented players. All amazing players. Panders, Metro, Six. We got Absolute Monarchy, Fat Fruit Ninja, Sir Lifty, Ice Sleepy Panda. We got some amazing teams all around here. Tempest. I mean, this is the moment we're looking for. This is great. Let's do this. Let's capture the action. We'll follow which teams are really performing. We'll make sure to see how teams are really going to play out, especially for North America. All right, let's see here. Give me just a second. I know we're about to start. Oh man. Is this going to play out like we saw APAC North and Europe? Europe was actually running more Octane Revenant. APAC was not. Is NA going to follow suit? Are they going to go for the cheese strat? Are they not going to go for the cheese strat? Are we going to see more Pathfinder? Are we going to see Watson? We haven't seen Watson at all from the last 3 casts. So this is going to be crazy. This will be insane, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. So let's give a shout out to everyone in chat. Narouge, Scylla, Caution, I appreciate you so much, dude. Ajani, Sanskar, Rambo, Danny, Tiger, Vladimir, Naka, and Cypher. All of you guys for being here early. Means a whole lot. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get chaotic. This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is right before the playoffs. If you have no idea what Last Chance Qualifiers is, Last Chance Qualifiers is a moment for teams to go into the playoffs. Go for the $500,000 prize pool. The main stage. This is what it means to go beyond just your contract, to get more salary, to get that contract, to get the notoriety, to get the recognition. We're looking at the 0.01% overall of players playing right now. All names within the scene. Very excited. Let's get into it in just a hot second. I'm probably going to start here in about a minute or two. They said less than 3 minutes just a minute ago, or 3 minutes ago, so I assume at any moment we're probably going to get started. Looks like we're only missing one person, though, in the lobby. So once we get that last person in, it's time to grind. It's time to do this. Best of luck to everyone in this lobby. This is a lobby I have seen quite a bit in scrims that I've played. I've done my share of scrims, you know. We shall see. Shout out to Monkey. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. Appreciate you. Hope all of you guys are doing well. Get excited. This is going to be huge. Big day, and there it is. Hambino is the last one in the lobby. You can tell NA can be a little rowdy. They could definitely be a little rowdy. Let's see how they handle this. Let's see what they do. We should literally be starting in just a moment. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first round of North America Apex Legends Global Series Winner Circuit. Last Chance Qualifiers. Let's have a whole lot of fun. Already turned off the music because we're getting really, really serious. Whew, man. Can't believe we are here. I honestly was so nervous yesterday. I was like, it's like, can I keep up the stamina? It's like, do I have this in me to do it? I'm like, once I got done with Europe, I was like, yes, I can do this. I got my second win. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. This is the first round of the day. Final stretch. This is it. I know a lot of these individuals, so I feel like I can add a lot more color commentary to this. I'm actually very excited. I know these teams. I played in scrims. I know how this plays out. This is exciting. I'm pumped. EA, if you're watching, I'm excited. I hope you guys are, I don't know, everyone. Jesus, just overwhelmed, just overjoyed. The fact that we made it. Last stream, I was keeping it calm. I was trying to keep it cool, but now I'm just ready to let the energy out. Rain, it's great to have you here, by the way. Don't forget, guys, to leave a like on the stream. And let's get into the match. So what we're looking at right now is teams are picking their legends. What you're seeing is the prior tournament, but once it updates, we'll look at what legends everyone's picking, essentially. What we need to capture is make sure to see who is going to 50-50 right off the rip. I know Flashpoint tends to land Harvester. I think we have two teams Harvester that are going to be landing. I'm not sure who's going to be landing Sorting. Turn up the volume. For some reason, it seems a little lower. It looks like that's actually okay. It looks like the Farm Boys are going to be landing potentially on the outskirts of No Name. Take a look. I just want to capture the 50-50. Everyone technically should have their spot. It looks like Six and Metro's team are sitting pretty comfortably in Lava City. They split it. Panders is hitting the beacon. The first beacon, this is going to be a Geyser ending, which is looking pretty good for Farm Boys and Impulsive Dreams overall team. We do see a split over and Sorting Factory, which is definitely expected. We have Current Esports already hugging the edge of this, as well as Vayne and Omnews and Scurry's team, which, you know, I'm proud of them for getting signed, by the way. A very, very talented roster. I've seen them very, very consistent, especially when they've gone from team to team. So happy to see that they're consistently being signed. Let's take a look. Fragment's looking pretty hot. We got Rambo, a pretty strong controller player. Definitely cracked out of his mind. Looks like we're seeing some action here. Let's switch over. This is We Know Shroud. Do they know Shroud, guys? Honestly, they actually really do. They have played with them. We'll see how they manage to move out of the situation. They probably need to opt for the rotation out, which is what they're doing. Their armor, it just isn't looking great. But My Little Phony is smelling the fear. And it's not fear. They just know they can read the situation. They have the one-up in this armor. And if they play this right, they could technically knock them out pretty early on. And they have the Caustic to make sure that they don't get pushed back. The connections with the Volt are not happening, but they are going to try to arc and find some positioning. Phonyhead is actually going to rotate, grab a little bit more loot, and try to get a nice flank on the other side. Let's take a look and see how they're going to handle this flank and see if the team manages to get out. They got him stuck in this building. And especially with a caustic, they are hard holding him. Phonyhead is trying to retreat out, gets a lot of damage done to him. This is a plus for We Know Shroud, his team, and getting them confident. 26 damage in may not be enough. They have the armor situation, but are they going to be able to hold it? The alternator may not be enough. Phonyhead trying to take an off angle as well as Fury, but it may not be enough. Everyone's quite low, and Fury popping the Q, which is a sign that they need to get out and reposition. Once the Wraith pops her Q, that's usually a clear sign that this is not going well, as we have Fury pushing on into the bubble. Nobody is down, but this could go the opposite direction. Let's see how Fury does the bubble fight. There's a Spitfire. The EVA definitely gets him, and somehow they manage to clutch it up, and they get third-partied. Was this worth it? Was it worth to push that? They have got to be angry. I know We Know Shroud's team is definitely frustrated at that. Did that need to happen? Did we need to see that happen that early on? Congratulations. Both teams are probably arguing, definitely debating. It's like, why did we fight this? Why did we fight this early? Because now we have two teams already out of the count, and everyone's just rotating in. We do have Absolute Monarchy AM pushing into the rotation, looking for Geyser here. We have Sir Lifting, Fat Fruit Ninja, Sleepy Panda. They've been playing together for quite some time. They scrim together. I see them quite often, and they are finally finding their footing together with their third. So this is a positive situation to see, but we do see Sushi getting into a pretty big gas station. Sushi getting into a fight here. Solid R3, one shot, 75 damage in. We got to see how they're going to rotate, find their angles, find their positioning, because they are not necessarily down for the count, but they are definitely hurting, and there's some solid damage. If they get the rotation and flank, this could be huge. Nice spray from Sound, getting a nice angle, and then might be able to clean this up. About to clutch it up. They're screaming that they're one. They're one. I can feel it in the energy, and there we go. There's a knock, and now we got a 3v2 situation. As long as they play this patiently, we're going to see some positive gameplay. 2v1 situation. You know they're calling it out. The other guy's flanking. He got greedy. He got greedy. That's not a situation where you want to get greedy, but luckily, Sound manages to clutch it out. But unfortunately, they're about to get third-partied in just a moment by a whole different team. It's about to become an absolute cluster. Cupsy's team is rolling in with Tech. Pesh with a caustic, getting a solid spray. Tech rolling in saying, Tujme, I'm here for the fight, and they decide to queue out. Flashpoint has to be aware that this is going to be an absolute mess. They're hard chasing while they have the team, Hambino's team, rotated right behind them. They need to be very careful. This is non-stop action already at the start. NA is already looking like a frag fest. Blatant disrespect happening across the lobby, and teams are finally finding their footing. Pander's team is trying to hold the angle here. There are 16 teams still remaining. Charge rifle shots happening at all angles, getting the poke damage in. Oh my gosh. Whew. There's so much going on. I'm already choking. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take a breather. Okay, we're back. Let's get right back into it. So what we're seeing with the teams, obviously, now everyone's going to play patiently, and we're going to see teams not really go all in on this. At this point, everyone just needs to find positioning, but it looks like there is a knock that occurred from Omnu's team getting Crummy. Wow. There's the ult out to buy themselves some time. They honestly, teams should be holding their buildings, but the flashpoint is full on aggro in this building. We're seeing nothing but disrespect in the lobby. A lot of pushes. This is playing out like a pub. Is this last chance qualifiers, or is this a pub? What am I watching? Nice cleanup by Flashpoint, putting them some nice kills up above, but they need to watch out. They're going to take the port back, reposition. 15 squads are still remaining. Some non-stop action already happening in the lobby. This is crazy. What is happening in North America? People are hungry. We're going to see some teams really change up their comp. I'm surprised we don't even see an Octane Revenant here. At least there is that level of respect that we're seeing, at least with no Octane Revenant, but we're seeing a lot of Horizon come into play. Now all we got to do is hear the silence fall in the lobby for just a second while we see teams that are rotating. One team is obviously out in the outskirts here, but we need to hold this angle because this is the fight that's going to be happening with HRN, with Simply Hill and Urice. They know they want to push this, but the question is, can they get a crack, and is it going to be worth it by the time teams rotate in? As you can tell, These teams are going to hard hold. I don't suspect that they're going to be fighting anytime soon. The teams like RX are rotating in. They're probably wondering what is going on in this lobby. I can't believe so many people are dead already. As well as TPM, which is Taylor's and Sushi's team, just trying to find some angles and positioning. Nice flex of the wall bounce, Sushi. Got to keep that mobility alive and going. So once we switch back to POV, Flashpoint managed to get their third nice and comfortable. Little bit of a struggle bus to get him up there, but nonetheless, it did happen. We're sitting okay, and we are good to go. The wheels are falling off. There's a lot of people on it. Difficult, you know, so it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard life. Everyone is just kind of finding their own and their groove. We really, because of the amount of teams that have died already, we really should not see too many teams really duke it out at the moment. It looks like Pander's team is trying to find their spot with MST here. They're just poking around. They have this whole snake, and now we're seeing Hill's team, HRN, already finding another fight. Now, if they were to get them out, this is a great choke point. Let's switch over POVs. Team Depression is already getting a nice flank and fight in here. This is not a great spot to fight, by the way. There's nothing but open spots. I can feel the pressure from the inside of this building. If he stays, if they're able to get it off angle here, there's the scan. They got them trapped in a corner. There's two cracks. Depression, unfortunately, Kim Chili is unfortunately getting knocked, and now this is a 3v2 situation. Are we seeing this fight play out the way they want it to play out? Dude's night out. Is it their night out? EC and Duplex not letting this team breathe, and there they go, strictly running for dear life. This is Depression. Nobody wants to go out in 14th place at this point. Got to avoid Depression at all costs. Let's take a POV at Hill because they are breaching this building. Let's switch POVs because Hill's going right through the door. And they see the bubble up top. He's making a play. He's got the massive. He's looking for the players. And where did they go? It's like, Toucheme. Where did they go? It looks like they ran in, and now they're stuck trying to find their positioning. This isn't good. They're going to get hard grief by every team. There's no way that they get out of this comfortably. They're going to get knocked. Let's see if they manage to clutch it out. Unfortunately, now the poor lonely Crypto is all alone, and there it is. Get the knock, and we see Pander's team coming in with a nice cleanup, snagging a KP point of their own. Now we do have a team AMP coming from the north side. This is X team running in, seeing how they can position and find their footing. Now we do have the choke. We do have a team. These two teams are hard griefing each other outside the zone. They still have a minute and 16 to get in. Now all they can do is really edge this, and they are committed. So at this point, there is no backing out and backing down. All they can do is chase. They're asking themselves, why are they running? Why? I mean, why are they running? At this point, maybe they should just stay and fight. They really can't do much. They know that Sushi's team is not going to let up. They're breaching the building, taking various angles. They're going to get them stuck. He's rolling in with the EVA 8. My gosh. Let me tell you, NA's hitting different today. Usually there's not this much to color commentate, and usually I can chill and vibe for a second. But I ain't getting any of that today. I'm not getting any of that. There's the Zuck trying to get the positioning. Let's see how they're managing to breach down below. And TMP has rotated out. If they rotate out, they're going to have to go right to zone and know that they're going to get sandwiched. They have to clean this up. They really don't have a choice but to clean this up. The all other teams are kind of fighting. Looks like they're backing out. Let's see how this team Dude's Night Out is handling their situation, their fight, and their building. Let's see how Rare Excellence, his Watson, not running Watson, running a Horizon, got a Kraber in play. If he can get his Kraber shot, my God, can that be a make and break situation. Every second that passes is a moment that they are going to get caught out in rotation. They need to clean this up. I know they're hungry for it. That's why he's got his Kraber out. Can you land this Kraber shot? I want to switch POVs. I don't want to miss much. Get the Kraber shot. He misses, unfortunately. Snags him right in the back. Didn't give him a haircut. Cut the back hairs just a little bit there. He's flying in the air, but it may not be enough. He's trying to duck and weave and dodge. Pops his cell. Repositions with his squad. The Kraber was not able to find an opening. Wow. And this team, like I mentioned, is chasing him. This hard chasing him. When they come in, they're going to be nothing but a sandwich. Nothing but a sandwich. These teams are not going to fight. These teams are going to in just a hot moment. They know they have to run into Sushi. Sushi's team This is going to be hard, man. They're going to have to pray that the other teams really do something because they're going to run right into the worst trap imaginable. They can edge this. They got to make sure the other teams don't pick on them or fight them because if they do, they're going to be caught out and stuck. Let's see how Sushi's team manages to play this out, though. Because they're in the worst possible situation. The best thing that could have happened is they mopped up the team out and they just outskirt and edge this. But that's not going to happen for them. These teams out here are still rotating around, finding their footing between the building. Why? FYP. They're taking a lot of damage. By the time they make it in and they run in, are they going to be able to sandwich this team? Are they going to be able to do that? Do they have the ability to do it, or are they going to be able to run right through? These teams on the outskirts are going to be the ones that all fight. We'll just have to see how they manage to fight it out. We're going to have to see some good accuracy, a good knock, something to make a play. Sushi's team is waiting for the opportunity. I'm not sure if they're aware of the team that is on their right, holding the other choke. If they full send this, that's going to be a hard throw, knowing that the other team is holding the angle, holding the choke. It looks like Force What's team is finally rolling up. They need to sandwich somebody. They need to make a crack. They need to make a play because that building's going to be hard held, and they don't have an option to rotate towards the south. They really don't. Honestly, they could play the bubble zone. They could play the edge here. But now this is playing like a scrim at this point. Feeling the pressure, waiting for things to play out. Played like a scrim at the start where everyone's fighting each other, and now people are actually taking it a little bit more seriously. Minute to make a decision. They only have a minute. Simply's team got a knock. Solid play. With Team Depression just running around for dear life at the bottom. Not much action that we're going to miss here. Let's just take a look at this. AMP getting the fry. This is what I was looking for. Let's see how they're going to manage to hard gate them. There's the res. There's the Zuck. Solid damage. Re-knocks the Horizon. The Gibby is just getting flung at all angles, and they're sitting comfortably. As long as a team, they're unaware, is about to roll up right behind them. This is about to be a huge cluster. Act just realized that they're right behind them. There's the damage going out. Non-stop damage getting pumped into him. AMP not looking so solid. The other team from the choke rotating on the right. Why? FYP is completely unaware that they're about to get rotated on. Non-stop shots. The wingman is hitting Bayubin, though. Solid play. This is exactly what FYP really needed. This is a bit of luck, stroke of luck that came on their way, or was it 100% calculated? Who really knows? But nonetheless, good comms on their part to find the positioning, to figure out where they needed to go. Now they need to go back into the choke to find their angle, because if they wait here too long, it's not going to pose positive for them. And you notice that all the teams, this team is going to be hard rotating. AMP has lost one. But now they're struggling through attrition. He can get a bat off, but he's going to die to zone. It's zone 3. The Horizon is going to be going out in just a few seconds once she gets shot by this other team trying to have as much mobility, trying to find her angles. I definitely feel and share her pain, and they're separating just to try to maximize as much KP and placement points as possible. We see Forces team FYP rotate in. They have a team on the high ground in the back, and now they're literally stuck in the middle. They use the bubble to buy themselves some time, but that time is only bot time until they make a decision to push something. They finally decide to say, hey, let's push the team up top. That's probably going to be our best play and best angle. And there's the crypto ult, but luckily, not luckily, unfortunately, the crypto ult went out at the wrong time, in the wrong moment. And there they go. There's the caustic gas. Wyben goes down, and FYP is not looking so hot here. Tech's team is absolutely popping. Dude's Night Out is trying to get some positioning here. Completely caught out. Flashpoint. Kupski has the right angle, has a hemlock, trying to land his shots, relying on his team for the cleanup, and Tech's team now is the kill leader in the lobby. They have some solid positioning, but they have an uphill battle to fight in front of them. As you can tell on the map, these teams, Stomp's team has to rotate in, while on the south side we have Flashpoint really, really struggling to get into this point. They do have the KP, they do have the points. As long as they can hard edge, that might be a positive. That might be a positive. Flashpoint now has the high ground. All they need to do is essentially wait for the moment. And it looks like his Watson has actually been popping off with that Kraber. What is his Watson on? What juice is he drinking? I know we missed a few Kraber shots earlier, but it's been non-stop action at the choke. Flashpoint needs to rotate into the left. Are they going to hard gate Flashpoint, or are they going to find a way to get in? There's still 9 squads remaining. This is not looking too good. Misses a Kraber shot, the only first one that I was able to watch. Let's see if he manages to get this damage. Their rare excellence has to be aware of also Flashpoint that is behind them. And needs to find some positioning. Flashpoint just biding their time, waiting. Hill's team on the hill, no pun intended here, just biding time until the zone closes. Because once the zone closes, you can tell Urice and Hill are already getting cracked. If they keep getting cracked at this point, when the zone closes, it's going to be donezo for them. And they won't be able to survive. They can't take any more damage as they rotate in. As you can tell, they're getting shot consistently. Urice is in a really rough spot. This team is just going to have to full send it, and Yellow and Prey and Rat, which is what Hill is doing, calling for his team just to crawl right up right behind them and say, get in this spot, hop in with me, trust me, this can work. As they find their placement in the building, this is looking pretty good. This is getting pretty crazy. Flashpoint fighting out right in the open here. This is going to be the cluster. Unfortunately, there's going to be so much happening here right in the open. We're not going to be able to capture all the bit of the damage, but Tech trying to fry, trying to capture the angles, goes down. Peach barely surviving as a caustic, but at least can buy themselves some space. Is he going to throw a canister to buy them some time? Unfortunately, goes down. And Scurry is one of the last ones here, is kill leader again with 4 kills with the grenade right on him, and he's going to go out with almost barely survives with 1 HP. My man on bot time at the moment. I literally felt chills right behind me because I heard the team. I felt like he was about to get shot in the back. I'm really surprised he's still alive. They'll switch over to Hill's team as they're fighting. Urice absolutely doing some damage, laying work, throws down his bubble, walks in with the wingman, goes for the swap, has a gold armor now in his inventory. Not too bad. Not too bad. HRN has found their footing, and he's opting just to go out and just die. Urice just giving him the one tap, just put him out of his misery. HRN walking away a bit with this. Not too bad, not too shabby. Let's take a look at Fat Fruit Ninja, Absolute Monarchy's team, starting to hardgate the opposite team at the opposite angle. They decide to push in, but is that the call? Is that the right play? They're going for the KP. There's still 8 squads remaining, and there's a Gibby ult that is out. They have to mop this up quickly, because if they don't, the team is going to show up right behind them and hardgate them. Talus on the north side just ratting his way to victory. And there's the res. They go in for the punch. And there it is, waiting for the last kill. Nice mop up. Let's switch POV and look at the madness that's happening over here. Everyone is up on the building, inside the building, upside down. It's like a Dr. Seuss book in here. There's the gas canister as they decide to breach. We're seeing a lot of variety here. My gosh, things have been pretty crazy for the first game. I was not expecting things to be this wild and chaotic. Going to last chance qualifiers, I tried to capture that POV. Unfortunately, did miss it. CHR now rotating in. Yeah, 6 squads remaining. Talus is unfortunately going to die to zone. As you can tell, he's just going to try to buy some time before they fight. They do see the rat who's chilling up above. He managed to get up here. Rare excellence, finding the rat spots. The best spots and manageable. And now Talus should be going out. There's Talus going out in the zone. And now we have all 5 teams chilling, vibing. The team on the upper left here is most likely going to be the ones to fight. They have not bad positioning. Panders and Metro's team and 6 have some decent positioning here as they find their footing.
We should go here.
Not too bad. Not too shabby. Honestly, this could be their game as long as they don't throw and overextend. If they overextend, which is what we're seeing right now, that could be a hard throw. They just need to make sure they don't push on their back here and they hard hold the building, because that's going to be bot time. Everyone's going to have to fight outside the building. I'm trying to make sure what's going to happen here. As they hear them on the outside, Metro and Panders, if they hold this building, they're going to be looking pretty good. They just got to guard the back part, because all the other teams are going to be forced to fight right out in the open. Nice charge rifle shots from Metro. He's watching his angles. Team is doing quite well. Simply does knock I Sleep Panda. But we're going to hard hold, because this is a team we're going to watch for now, because they have the highest probability, if they just play the building inside, to let all the other teams fight. If they let all the other teams fight and then come out up top, this is a pretty solid positioning and win. The only downside I could see is if they get naded, absolutely crushed on the... If everyone picks on them. If everyone picks on them and just starts nading them, that's whenever things are going to spell bad for them. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Will they get naded? Will they manage to find their positioning and let the other teams duke it out? Let's find out. Let's find out how this plays out, because they have the most amount of time. Had a hiccup there for a moment. There's the scan about to happen. All they need to do is wait. I know the other teams are fighting. We're going to stick with how this team manages to clutch this out. If they wait, things are going to be looking good. The zone is going to hurt up top. Just play patiently. I can feel the tension. I can feel that they're like, oh, just make sure they don't push. Just make sure they don't push. Well, yeah, of course. As long as you hold the building, you're pretty much good. Let them duke it out outside. Let them have it. We'll switch back up top. Now that this team is actually really holding on to their angles. Euresa's team does maintain the outside high ground, but they'll need to push out in just a moment. Euresa's team is looking pretty hot. HRN, not too bad, not too shabby. They're looking just as good as the team inside. Nice EVA 8 damage. Takes a different port. He's going to come right through, and he dies to ring. We're looking at a team inside, a team up top, and a team out. Team at different angles. Just got to be sure not to take that port, not to take too much zone damage. Euresa's team is not looking too hot. There's the caustic gas going out on all of them. They're just trying to buy some time. The team inside, like I mentioned, as long as they stay, HRN decided to leave the building. I'm not really sure why they decided to leave. Obviously because the zone came in. CHR is the champion. The caustic gas, unfortunately, just hard gated them. They really had no choice but to run outside the building. Meant to call that. Unfortunately, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty crazy to see how things shape up. We'll switch over to the scoreboard in just a moment, and we'll break down everything with that. HRN had a nice spot. At least they came out in third place. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And we go into game 2. See here. 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, while we switch over to the scoreboard in just a moment. All right, let me put a thing in Discord chat just so everyone knows that we are here. Game 1 underway already, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1. All right. We're all set. Game 2 is about to get underway in just a moment. We'll switch to the score and we'll break down what exactly we saw there. Woo, man. Intense round. All right, once I connect to the lobby, we'll look at the scores, we'll break things down and take a look. My gosh, what an intense round, honestly. It was a lot of non-stop, a lot of hard griefing occurred. Just curious if we're going to see that in the next round. We've got to keep an eye on We Know Shroud's team. See how they're going to handle splitting fragment. See how they're going to handle splitting fragment. So, here in the lobby, let's switch to the scoreboard. As you can tell, CHR, which is Crook's team, Hambino, taking first place there with a solid 25 points. Congratulations. Good start to the round. Good start to the day. HRN taking third place, but they definitely had more KP, which puts them right ahead above Metro's, Six, and Pander's team in third place. Rare Excellence definitely was able to kind of rat things out. They had a solid amount of kills there. Not too bad. Not too bad. Our top teams are looking at CHR, HRN, MST, Rare Excellence, and Altoria. With Scurry, Omnu, and Vane. A classic squad looking at the top 10. Let's see how things start to change up as we look to see who is going to qualify for this round. Woo, man. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying what you're seeing. We've been casting now for probably about 9 to 10 hours. It's been insane. I don't know how I have energy. Like I mentioned in my prior cast, I'm going to eat a lot of pasta tonight. I'm going to eat a lot of pasta. I've been eating all day. It's kind of hard to eat when you're just kind of talking the whole time. And I have a lot of energy still somehow. And feeling pretty good. Feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling good. All right, in just a hot moment, we'll get into the next round. Don't forget to leave a like again. If you're just tuning in, what are you watching? What is this? This is Apex Legends Global Series. Last Chance Qualifiers. Last Chance. You're seeing a whole lot of teams really fight for it. And we look at the scoreboard. We saw some teams go out early. We saw We Know Shroud go out with 0 points. And then We Want Land, unfortunately, going out right below as well. We saw Gas Station at least get 3 points because they mopped up at the start. Let's see if Gas Station Sushi is going to hard grief them. Are they going to hard grief that team? You know, we've seen a lot of teams fight Fragment, but this is kind of consistent in terms of them getting into that danger spot. So let me go switch back. We're going into game 2. We're almost halfway there. What a crazy day, ladies and gentlemen. What a crazy day. Let me tell you. I can't believe how much energy I still have after so many hours of casting. I mean, I started this morning around 3 in the morning. I'm going to go eat after this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. What a day. Don't forget to grab yourself some water. I'm glad my fiance brought me some tea. We're seeing a lot more variety, a lot more horizons than we did in Europe. I wonder if teams are going to opt for the Octane Revenant. I don't think they will. A lot of teams right now don't seem to be going right to zone. They seem to be edging a lot more and fighting right off the rip. As people start to get a little bit nervous, we're seeing the opposite effect compared to APAC North. APAC North, they played very passive. And same thing with Europe. And then they played super aggro towards the last few rounds. It seems to be the opposite here. I feel like with North America, we're going to see teams play aggro at the start, then play passive towards the end. We do see a lot more Caustics than we did in Europe, so Caustic is making a pretty big play, making some pretty big moments. So not too bad, not too bad. Again, I appreciate all of you guys for watching, for being a part so far, because we have more underway. 5 minutes until we launch the next round here. Be sure to grab yourself a snack. Get up and walk around. Get the blood flowing. Get the juices flowing. Definitely, you know what's interesting about seeing NA and versus Europe is the amount of how passionate the players are from North America. We definitely see a lot more banter, a lot more conversation, a lot of back and forth happening between the teams. Daz, do you know if it's possible to get your own lobbies with their friends working like tournaments? Potentially. I'm not quite sure. You know, EA definitely holds the power to all of those. Let's give a shout out, by the way, when we're talking to people in chat. To everyone who's here. Nicholas, Jonathan, Zovac, Virtuoso, Danny, The Diesel, Kotrin. Appreciate you, man. Alex, Toru, Amir, Dewey, Sparrow. All of you guys for being here. Jonathan, thank you guys so much. It's been a long day. I appreciate you guys for joining me on the journey for Apex Legends. This is my moment. I'm not doing recaps for today. I'm trying to preserve my thought process and keep my momentum. This is kind of my moment to breathe. So while we have a moment to breathe, let's look at the standings. I'll just scroll through it so you see. We'll do a quick scroll and then I'll recap. Let me post this link actually. You know what I'm going to do for you guys? I'm actually going to post this link for you guys all in chat. Let's take control of that here. Let's do 1 second. Let's see here. North America placement, and let's see here. There we go. And then we'll pin that. Pin it. Be all set to go. And there we go. All set, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Next round, let's switch. I know we're kind of showcasing the scores here. CHR, HRN, MST. Obviously, you saw Rare Excellence. I'll scroll through. This is kind of my moment to breathe, essentially, as we go into the next round. This is the same link that you see on stream. Let you guys click on it and switch back to game 2 just to make sure we're not missing any of the action of what we're covering for today. All right, we're on the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Home stretch. Appreciate all of you guys supporting the channel. It's been a blast. I appreciate it. Yes, sir, the T. You know what's crazy? I actually already finished it all. It actually really helped my throat. Oh, thank God my fiance brought that to me. Love my fiance. Love her very much. She's so supportive, especially for today when I'm completely out of pocket doing all this all day. So it means a whole lot that she helps. All right, so we're going to begin here. Let's see, how long ago do they say? Should begin here in about 2 minutes. Will Daz be streaming the playoffs? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. If I get permission from EA, that would be absolutely amazing if we had that opportunity. We'd love to do it, or if I can do it, we'll see. We'll see where this leads us. I have no idea where all this is going to go. I just know that I've been enjoying the ride, and it's been a whole lot of fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more minute. Go grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a coffee, get right back, because we are about to go into Game 2. All right. Don't worry, I'll pause the music so you can hear the footsteps in just a moment. Most likely, I will definitely stream APAC North playoffs. Definitely that. I would love to see if I have an opportunity for NA or any other region. All right, this is a moment where we can breathe for a moment. Yeah, sure. I've definitely been really heavily streaming APAC North. So we'll see if teams decide. I'm going to follow We Know Shroud pretty closely here just because they had the 50-50 at the start with Gas Station. Fortunately, they got thirded. I'm not even sure if it was worth it. Might have been worth it for Gas Station. Definitely, they were feeling the pinch from them. We Know Shroud's team overall. It's definitely rough. Definitely rough. Vive, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Good luck. Have fun. The round is starting. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2. Don't forget, I will timestamp this. This will turn into a VOD. So if you miss it, if you can't stay for the whole thing, don't worry. It'll turn into a VOD so you can catch up and watch the remaining bit. This is on a 5-minute delay. This is live. I am capturing all the action live, rotating the camera, commentating, doing everything far in between. So any bit of support would definitely means the absolute world. Because, I mean, listen, it's been a heck of a day. It's been a heck of a day. We still have quite a few more rounds. All right. Don't forget to get up and stretch. I'm having to remind myself afterwards here to do so. Game 2. Let's take a look at the compositions and memorize them to see what changes. We're seeing a lot of Wraith, Bloodhound, and Gibby. Oddly, seeing less Horizon. We do see it with Taylor's crew with TPM as well as AMP. Definitely works. We definitely know Tech's team is running crypto. What's weird is that APAC North's team APAC North runs way more crypto. Compared to North America, for some reason North America does not opt to play as much crypto. Obviously, we see Gas Station and Flashpoint, but APAC North is running upwards between 7 or 8 cryptos in the lobby. See nothing but drones flying around and just popping off nonstop. But what we're seeing here is a bit of diversity. Did anyone change it? There is no Octane. There is no Revenant. We still have TSM Dolphin in Europe actually running Octane. Let's take a look at We Know Shroud's team. See if they're getting contested. Let's zoom in and take a look at who's flying in. We do see Flashpoint is pretty close by, but they're definitely taking the higher ground. My Little Phony. Here they go. Let's take a look at Sync's POV. I can just feel the frustration knowing that if they have another 50-50 and they lose this right off the rip, that's not going to spell well for getting in the top 5. Having a round like this, We Know Shroud's team needs a banger. They need a really big round. Unfortunately, Wicked does not have armor. He does have a helmet at least. And there's the armor. With their gun situation, they're not looking too bad. They can definitely make a play if they want a hard grief right back. But I'm not really sure. Syncs is point man at the moment. Trying to get his angle. Not really sure he's going to be able to find it. And there's a cue to go right back to his squad and team. Opens the door for him. What a great doorman. I would have opened the door for Syncs as well. And it looks like they're just going to hard rotate. We're not going to see the 50-50 that we saw before. So we'll have to keep a close eye and make sure that no other 50-50s are happening in the lobby. As you can tell, most teams are all playing pretty respectfully now. The flashpoint is really, really close as well. Obviously, this is flashpoint Rambo. 2, we know Shroud. So just want you to get a memorization of where people are at. I'm keeping an eye on them. I get the feeling they might full send this, but probably not. Maybe they're not feeling comfortable with their armor situation. Let's take a look where zone is going to pull. So you know what's interesting is that this round is playing very differently than the round we saw before. Teams are finally having a level of respect for one another in the lobby and rotating and playing zone as they should. Otherwise, it feels like it's running like a TDM or a pub, which is not the feeling you want. No, their teams at the moment are really fighting. At least they know where zone is. They're going to run right towards it and find their positioning and spots.
Might be something good this way.
So compared to last round, this is a nice moment to kind of explain what you're watching if you're just tuning in. This is Apex Legends Global Series, North America, Last Chance Qualifier event. So what is the Last Chance Qualifier event, you may ask? It is an event. Unfortunately, he does get knocked right out of the air. Looks like that happened when he was taking the jump tower. Last Chance Qualifier event is taking the top 5 teams and moving right over for the chance at $500,000 in tournament earnings. This is big for teams. I don't think they're going to be able to get their bud. Fortunately, you could try. It's going to be a little rough. Gas Station Sushi needs to find their positioning now. Got pushed out. They're not looking too hot here. They have a hard rotation. Looks like Sync's team is rotating right behind another team. They got their trail. They could potentially isolate this fight. Potentially, if the other team hard holds the angle, they get a solid crack, a solid knock. Although otherwise, they're just going to be dancing around each other. We're not going to see too much there. Yes, there is a 5-minute delay for those that are watching. I am spectating with my own camera, so there is a 5-minute delay in the stream. Otherwise, you know, it could definitely be prone to just cheating because they would know exactly where teams are rotating and what they are doing. A level of respect has been found in the lobby. There's only been 1 knock so far in the tournament for Game 2. Everyone is just finding their footing and their positioning, and we're just waiting. We'll wait to see what happens. This is a nice moment. Nice moment for me after commentating for 10 hours. Getting hungry, thinking about food. You may know Shroud, but do you know pasta? I'm hungry for pasta. I love some spaghetti. You know, I'm making chat hungry. I ate such a long time ago. I don't even know what time I ate. Let's take a look. Gas Station Sushi. Unfortunately, they tried going for the banner. It proved fruitless, and now 8-second is all on his own. Let's take a look at We Know Shroud. Looks like they're getting into a firefight. They do have a nice positioning, a nice angle. They did get a knock from Omnu's team, so now they're in a 3v2 situation. He's just trying to get some additional armor, some additional angles, some additional items to start to feel comfortable. He does spot the hostile. Let's switch over to his POV. Let's take a look at what he's looking at. Nice triple take shots. Unfortunately, nothing really connects. He's scanning just to make sure nobody's rotating right behind them. NA seems to be favoring more of the Bloodhound than Crypto compared to APAC North and Europe. Bloodhound is definitely really strong in his own right, but it's interesting to see how the meta has definitely been switching. Pander's team is going to be rotating through Harvester in just a moment, potentially going to see a fight. Don't worry, we're not missing anything over here. All the teams are just going to be hunkered down. If any team disrespected each other here, that would be hard throwing the round, I'm not going to lie. Literally throwing. You might as well just throw the tournament while you're at it if they were to push. So we're not going to see a whole lot of action there. We just need to see how these other teams decide to play this out. With FYP trying to find some comfortable angles. Gets a scan, trying to find his positioning. We're seeing a 30-30 in play. Wyben holding out in the angle. They finally discovered a different team. ForceWhat definitely needs to top off before he gets that angle, or else he's going to be caught out of position there. If they got a crack, I definitely felt the need that they wanted to push. Let's take a look at AM's team here. This isn't half bad for them. Still 20 squads remaining. A few teams missing here and there. We got Farm Boys trying to farm some KP in the back, but they realize that they're too late. There's a minute 22 until zone closes. Farmer Lucas trying to find some different positioning with his squad. Realistically, the only thing they can do is to play south side. Playing north may not be the best bet. It's going to be a tough choke point here, especially with Talus holding the tunnel. TPM is holding this angle, holding the choke. Little do they know that this is about to get really, really sweaty. Let's take a look back at TPM, excuse me. Flip-flopping on the names. It's been a long day. About to happen. Peaks, they let Talus go down. I get what they were going for there, but the jump up was a second too late. And Sushi's team gets wiped super hard with very minimal loss happening from FYP. They come in as a kill leader, underdog team here, really showing up. Nice push on their part. I get what Talus's team was going for there, but FYP just full sent it. And I don't think they were ready for them to full send that quite yet. I think they were waiting for them to take it a little slow, wait for some better positioning, but it just didn't happen that way.
Let's go this way.
Now, a lot of teams are not going to fight. They're going to wait for the next zone to really pop and for something to really occur here. Just a lot of poke damage happening. Not missing a whole lot. Obviously, I'm taking a look at the map just to make sure we're not missing any fights. Let's take a look at Absolute Monarchy as they decide to take a different angle. Perhaps they'll fight over at the choke with this team. I know 8-Second is right behind them. He's probably not going to shoot at them. He's just going to wait for them to go into a fight and probably sneak past. That would probably be my play if I was ratting. Probably wouldn't really go for the third party and just full send this, considering there's really not much KP you can earn. It's probably better to get placement points more than anything. So I don't think they're aware, Absolute Monarchy, because they're not running a Bloodhound, so I don't think they know that a team is rotated all the way around. But they could do it. They could do it, honestly. Looks like Wyben's team is opting for the long rotation. Meanwhile, all the teams are just chilling. Rare Excellent is holding some nice gold armor. Almost got full Exodia here. Just take a look, make sure we're not missing any action. Intel's team here, Tempest, holding the choke. This is not a bad choke to hold. They just chill here, they vibe. Everything's going to be looking quite good for them. This is kind of the match that I need right now, to be quite honest. After the craziness that occurred last round, you know, sometimes you take a breather. You need it with Apex Legends. Sometimes this stuff gets way too crazy and way too intense. Let's take a look at Tempest's POV. Oh, let's see if we got any picked up on his scan. He did not. He wasn't able to pick up. We know Shroud's team. But they are aware of the presence because they do know that they are there. Because they hear the shots. And it looks like we know Shroud's about to get some solid shots here. They could etch this team out. This is an isolated fight for now. As long as Turns does not take too much damage, which he is, he's about to get knocked. That bubble came down just a little bit too late. I get why he wanted to hold it for the potential push, but now it seems to cost him. There is Sinks going in for a potential kidnap. Doesn't see anybody there. Gets a nice R301 shot for 116 damage. Sinks is full sending it. He's taking point, but the thing is that if he takes point too much, will he get fried? And the answer is no. Sinks knows exactly what he's doing here. They see the ult, and all the ult does, it just means that they need to push harder. Listen, sometimes you throw the Gibby ult, it could be a way to push off a team, or it could be a way just for the team to realize that they need to push harder. Hambino does go down to Arcstar, and now this team's in a 3v2 situation. Not looking too good for their team. It looks like they're trying to reset, fearful of a third party that's about to happen if they full send it just a little bit too hard. There's the kill, the finish on Hambino. The other team decides to rotate out. And then the Farmers Lucas team is looking at We Know Shroud and saying, hey, we might know Shroud as well. They may know Shroud. How many people in chat know Shroud? Can we get a tally? Who all knows Shroud? I don't know Shroud, unfortunately. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him personally. I mean, I heard he's a good dude. So I would love to know Shroud. But nonetheless, now that we've had the conversation about Shroud, let's take a look at the action that's about to happen. Looks like Absolute Monarchy is about to get into a fight. Let's take a look at Sir Lifty going in, breaching with the shotgun. The Gibby bubble is down. Unfortunately, whiffs a little bit of the shot. Not a perfect centering it like he was hoping for. There's the swap. Sleepy Panda needs to win and clutch this out. He does have the one-up at the moment. The Bloodhound is getting a little bit greedy with his kills. He's off to the Wingman. The Wingman whiffs. This is not good. If he just stuck with the shotgun, it might have been better. There goes the hard whiff. You know what just happened? That trade just occurred right there. And Metro is just trying to reset, but it might be a little bit too late for them. The Zuck does go out, and there is the port telling his team to hold on for dear life. Don't worry, I can get you out, but it might not be enough. 6 is running out outside the zone. And there it is. He's about to go out. Last shot. Current Esports, hard griefing teams, getting some extra KP. They got 2 free points off that. Their team is celebrating about that. AMP just chilling, just vibing, collecting all the loot from what they saw. Farmer Lucas is looking to farm some kills off the teams here, off the zone. They're taking some zone damage. This is zone Z3 incoming. This doesn't feel nice. Solid plays, not too bad. Let's take a look as well now at how Shroud's team, we know Shroud is going to push in here. They have an uphill battle. They're probably the team that's caught out the most at the moment. Taking a look at them. This is why I've been keeping on. I mean, most of these teams are not fighting. I might see a team over here by Team Depression. I don't think they're aware of each other. Yeah, I don't think they're really going to fight. I think the team happens to be here that's really going to fight compared to the other teams. We know Shroud has a minute and 14 seconds to get in. If they keep waiting any longer, they need to push in. As simple as that. And luckily, the team is leaving, so the decision to hold was the right call.
Traps.
Once they can try to shoot the center down there. There it goes. They managed to glitch it out.
They've laid traps.
Not really glitch it out, but just kind of snag that door open just a little bit. And now let's see where the next fight is going to happen. FYP might get caught out of rotation here. Depressedly, not feeling too hot. I wouldn't be feeling too hot after those nice G7 shots. G7 Scout like a G6, ladies and gentlemen. What era of music is that from? I'm not a boomer, you are. Let's take a look at the POV here. Dudes night out. It's Sunday. The dudes are out. See if they can get their night out. Really, they're probably going to be holding there. I don't foresee them going too full on in on this. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't see a lot of teams really fighting here. It would be kind of odd if a team did. Even Current Esports is down below. The team right up above is not going to push them. There's no reason to jump down. They could get an angle. And the Anvil Receiver making a comeback. Anvil Receiver, we can talk today. Let's see how CHR manages to clutch this out. Gets the heal. That zone is really going to tick hard. This team is going to go out next. I guarantee it. There's no way they make this in. This is free KP for them right up above. He goes down, and now Crook is just going to have to drop to the low ground, and there is no team there, luckily. So he's got his moment, but they're going to secure that KP, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My Little Phony is aware that they got a little lurker there. And we know Shroud holding the angle here. This is the hardest point right here. I'm not going to switch and bring up the map anymore because this is where the fight is going to happen. They don't have very much long. They have to push right into zone. They're going to take the port to buy themselves some time right underneath. It's not bad, honestly. Not bad. But the thing is that he's about to throw his Caustic Ult right at them. Or Arcstar. I thought he had his Caustic Ult up. My apologies. I haven't seen two teams fight like this close proximity in a hot minute. This is pretty crazy. Just waiting. Buying time. See if there's any else teams fighting. TT, I don't think the other team is going to fight, so let's go over to Intel. Let's go with Tempest's team. Let's see how they manage to get their way in.
Let's go this way.
Not looking too shabby for a lot of teams. I don't think there's a team that's necessarily caught out too bad. Team Depression could push this team on the far right, but if they get griefed, that's not looking too good either. Not looking too hot. There's the Horizon queue up. They make a big play. Team Depression's feeling the sadness here. Can they spin this around? And there's a knock, and that's cause for just a full-on push. His Gibraltar just full-on left him. He did get it. I feel like they should have pushed on that team there, but I mean, the RNG, you really don't know what's going to happen, you know? See where this all plays out.
Use the geyser
Rare excellent. Rare excellence. Luckily has height here. Not looking too bad. Let me take a sip of water. All right. Flying in, his Watson. Got to get the solid massive shot. Gets the shield to disappear. And now we're reset. Looking pretty good. Not too bad. Rare excellence. Showing some excellent performance. They definitely have a solid amount of kills. Total of 6. 11th place. Not too bad. Got a total of 7 points. Let's keep it going. Whew, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute chaos that we're seeing. My Little Phony's team is getting hard gated here. If they just hug zone, this isn't half bad. They are taking a split here. And now Phony could be going down to zone. Goes for the swap. Ooh, that was so close. He almost took zone damage there. That was really close, Chad, honestly. But at least he managed to get the swap off just in time. At least he can heal up here in just a moment. Let's take a look right back at height. Bust it, boys. Are they busting it? Nope, they're in the building. They're not busting it. But the dudes night out are looking to get out. He whiffs his master shot. My gosh. That's not what you want to see. That shot was so detrimental. And I don't think his team is ready to back him up quite yet. They're a little hard focused, and now the Gibby ult is there. But they do have the bubble to buy themselves some time. His Watson's team, Rare Excellence, is caught out right now. Once this bubble goes down, they're just free pickings. They're already free pickings right now as everyone throws a nade at them, but they do have 2 gold shields. They might be able to heal it off, essentially. Rare Excellence needs to make a push. They have 50 seconds to make a play. There's the nade. It's waiting for him to push. There's the angle. And now they're free to rotate in. Rare Excellence is the team that's caught out of position right now. There's a swap. Let's see how Sung happens to have the angle for him. There's the Zuck pulling everyone in. He's only got a few shots with the EVA 8. He overextended just a hot minute there, but at least he's able to reposition, get a sell-off. Nice cleanup. Actually worked out in their favor. Total of 6 kills. Rare Excellence is popping off. Are they going to make the playoffs? Commentators curse as they get thirded at the moment. They need to reset. Can they get the res? They need to calm down. If they were to hold just for a moment and reposition, they might have been able to get their Wraith, but they know that the other team was just right behind them. Let's switch over to the POV and see what this madness from Flashpoint is. Kupski trying to find a location for his team. This isn't bad though. Kupski is looking pretty sharp. His shots are on point at the moment. Literally, as I say it, shots are on point, and now they need to reset. And there we go. There's the opening damage. We got a few teams fighting for it right out in the open. Flashpoint setting up, and now they have the hard angle and their positioning. Dude's night out, unfortunately, is losing quite a bit here. Rare Excellence does have 2 people up. They do have kill points. Keon looking really sharp with 7 kills. If they manage to hold this, get a 3rd place, 2nd place, it's looking pretty good unless this team decides to jump down on them. If they jump down on them, I kind of feel like that's a hard throw. I don't think Urisa's team is going to do that. They know better than just to jump. And actually, they're full sending it. They actually catch them out. This isn't looking good. They're going to get grief from a distance, potentially. Actually, I was wrong. I admit when I'm wrong. I admit when I'm wrong. Big brain play, HRN. I'm a smooth brain. They have the most wrinkles in the lobby. That was a really smart play on their part by catching him out. I guess the team had the same thought process, thinking. His Watson's team. I had the same thought process. Like, why would they jump on us? Why would they do it? But I'm a smooth brain. They got all the wrinkles in the world. HRN pulling it out with a 3rd place. So far, the thing is, can they hold this? All they got to do is keep ducking and weaving, ducking and weaving. They're the Muhammad Ali right now. Got to be light on their feet, sting like a butterfly, something like a bee. I don't even know anymore. Listen, it's approaching 10 hours. Let's just switch around all of the horse before the carriage before the horse. I don't even know anymore. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? All I know is that HRN's movement is pretty cracked right now until they're all burning. And now we're looking at a KFC console here, just getting fried. But at least they got gold armor. At least they're able to kind of secure it out. And there is the port just to buy them some positioning. The best play would be for them to split. I'm watching them because I don't know how they're going to get out of this, man. This is rough. they're going to have to take the edge, dodge it as if they're playing a World of Warcraft video game. Stay out of the fire, stay out of the positioning. If they play their cards right and they play this patient, they could clutch out a first place game here. Let's take a look at the POV from the other team that's right above them. Flashpoint has point, no pun intended, on the high ground.
Let's go this way.
But are they flashy enough? I don't know if you guys have seen Justice League, but every time I hear Flashpoint, I think Justice League. Kubski's team holding the high ground, sitting in the gas. Sitting in the gas, man. And there it is, Flashpoint coming in with a solid cleanup here. This is their game. Congratulations, Flashpoint, taking the round. Flashpoint coming in pot. They're taking, they would like for them to be, I don't even know the words anymore. Just congratulations to Flashpoint taking game 2. Very solid game. Solid game across the board. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how things are shaping up. One second here. And then we'll go into the next round. Once the points update, ladies and gentlemen, once the points update, let me take a look. It is 6:58. Looks like the points updated. That's good. And we're going into game 3. Ooh, man, that's crazy. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Insane. Going into game 3 now. Let's get ready. Almost at the halfway mark, and we'll take a look at the scores in just a moment. Once the server's up and ready, take a look at the scores. We'll break everything down. Just know I appreciate all of you guys for being here. If you're enjoying the stream, enjoying the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. I've been going for so long today. I don't even know who I am. All I know is I exist. All right. Take a look at that scoreboard that's been updated, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. CHR is now still in first place with 27 points. HRN had a solid... They dropped from the high ground, but it worked. Listen, I'm wrong. They made the big brain play. Kudos to them. 27 points, securing second place. Flashpoint, big round for them, securing some solid points after going up quite early from the last round. Now to third. Rare Excellence is in fourth place, and you have 6 XZs now in fifth place. These are the teams we need to keep an eye on. We'll keep an eye on the 50-50 that occurs at the start from the prior round. Don't forget the link is above if you want to see the current standings. If you want to kind of scroll through them yourself, by all means, I implore you, do so. All right. Take a moment. Let's breathe. I'm getting towards the end here, ladies and gentlemen. I've been casting for so long. I don't even know what year it is. I apologize for the yawn, but please give me and grant me a pass after so many hours. So many hours. I want to preserve the voice for the next round. I feel like my voice is finally starting to get tired. It only took 10 hours or 11 hours, ladies and gentlemen, for my voice to get tired. That's not half bad, right? It's really not half bad. I think we did pretty good. Okay. Next round coming in. Probably should get started here in about 5 minutes. If you're enjoying the tournament, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It means the absolute world. There's the only thing I ask of you. Just leave a like. Leave a like on the channel. Leave a like on the stream. It means the absolute world to me. See here, 2 seconds. And then we should be good to go. We'll take a look at the scoreboard in just a moment. Of course. Don't forget to leave a like. Definitely helps support. We still have 4 more rounds to go. Make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Trying to look at the score and make sure that it's up to date and it makes the most sense. Yep, it looks good. It looks good, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go through that score. We got 5 minutes until launch here. 5 minutes till launch. Sorry, I moved away from the microphone there. Let's look at the scoring. CHR, 27 points. HRN, 27 points. Flashpoint, 24 points. Rare Excellence, 23 points. 6 XZs, 14 points. And Farm Boys at 14. These are the teams that we need to look out for, ladies and gentlemen. These are the teams that matter so far in the tournament. Listen, anybody can take it. Literally anybody. Anybody can win the next. Honestly, a team can win 2 rounds in a row, and we're good. Make sure I give a shout out to everyone in chat. Virtuoso, Katrin, good to have you here. Switch over to game 3. Make sure I got that up. Milk and Cookies, good to have you here, by the way. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Agreed. Agreed. All right, let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to breathe. Oh, let's take a moment to settle on in because we're halfway through almost. Halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing today? How are you enjoying the cast? Have you been here since the morning? I'm kind of curious. Has anybody been here since APAC North? Watching that long? Who has been here since Europe when we were here about 5 or 6 hours ago? Is anybody still here from that time frame? I know Katrin has. He's been absolute boss. He's been managing the chat and everything. It's funny to see how different the teams are. I agree. The teams are definitely switching things up. Things are very, very different in terms of composition. We'll see if teams are going to opt for the Revenant Octane. Let's see if they actually do Revenant Octane. Are they actually going to do it? We saw it happen in Europe. We saw it happen in APAC North. Are we going to actually see it happen in North America? Are they going to get... Honestly, you know what happens in North America? I feel like they're going to... meme on them, the first team that does it. The first team that decides to run Octane Revenant is going to get memed so hard, and I feel like we're going to see it happen this next round. What do you guys think? What do you guys bet? Cheers, Razzle Dazzle. It's great to have you here, by the way, buddy. Thank you so much, man. We're about to reach Nirvana. 2 minutes until we launch the next round. After this next round, I've been drinking so much water. You want to know something funny? This is a good meme. Ready? Are you ready for this? There's 2 cups. You thought I was only drinking from one? No, there's 2 cups. There's 2 green ones. They're duplicates. Leslie, great to have you here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fantastic. 2 green cups, ladies and gentlemen. What are you at home drinking? What are you eating right now? What snack are you enjoying with Apex Legends tournament right now? You got 2 minutes to answer before the round starts. I could go for some popcorn. Popcorn sounds dope with some like cheddar all over it. Sounds good. When do the playoffs start? That's a fantastic question. The playoffs start in I believe it not. I don't know if it's next week or the following week because I don't know what day it is anymore. But nonetheless, it is coming soon. The top 5 teams are going to be moving on, which is the top 5 teams that we're looking at over here. We got CHR, HRN, Flashpoint, Rare Excellence, and 6 XZs. That's who we're looking at right now. About to get started in the next round. Once we hop into round, I'll pause the music. I want to follow We Know Shroud's team as well as Gas Station. I want to see if they're going to 50-50 off the rip. I want to see if they're going to do it. I just feel like I can feel the Twitter draft being sent right now. The Twitter draft is saying, why are you contesting us in Fragment East? Why are you being weird? Sometimes you got to contest. I don't know. I don't have the answer for it. I'm posing the question to chat. I'm posing the question to the world. I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. Oh, we've gone through a lot of water today. Good luck. Have fun, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. I feel like we're about to go on a roller coaster. Literally, I feel like we're on a roller coaster. Should be starting. Say good luck, have fun. There it is. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We're just vibing. Next round. Caden was watching at 3:30 a.m., went to bed, woke up, and you're still going. We're still going, man. We're still going. This next round, this is going to be... Let's take a look at the teams. All right. Who wants to make bets? All of chat, who wants to make bets? Who's going to be the first team that runs Octane Revenant? Anybody got any takers? Do I have any takers in chat? Who do you believe is going to run Octane Revenant first? Who's going to cave to the Octane Revenant meta? If I were to place a bet, and this is no disrespect whatsoever, who would I etch to run Octane Revenant? Taking a look at the scoreboard. I'm trying to take a guess. Probably the Busset Boys or Gas Station Sushi. Partly because Gas Station Sushi has been full sending it, man. So to only compliment them with the full sending, you might as well just go Revenant Octane, you know? But I feel like the Busset Boys are going to be looking for some KP. They're playing really smart with their positionings, but listen, there's no shame in the Octane Revenant, you know? I'm just putting it out there. It's just, we see it so much in ranked. It's talked about everywhere on Twitter. It's just the only thing we have to talk about, you know? Okay, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's follow We Know Shroud's team. Let's take a look at Wicked's POV. Let's pause the music so you can hear all the footsteps and all the beautiful noises of Apex Legends. Let's get right into it.
This might be a good place to
All right. After this round, we're halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. We Know Shroud. Are you guys going to get contested again? I'm not wishing it upon you guys. I wish you guys the absolute best. I wish everyone has a happy landing spot of no 50-50s. No 50-50s. This isn't 50 cents. No 50-50s. Don't do it. I think they're going to 50-50. I think it's going to happen, chat. I'm hoping for no 50-50s, but I think it's going to happen. I mean, My Little Phony, I mean, if they get good armor, I mean, they can essentially just go full send it, you know? I think they see them here. Nice solid damage. Nice using the canister, by the way. Good cover there. Looking pretty solid, you know? Got the nice canister, got the nice gas trap going, blocks a little bit of the damage. Man, this is looking sweaty here. You can feel the tension. You can feel the heat.
Let's go this way.
There's a scan right back. Nobody wants to get dropped at 20th place right now. Nobody wants it. Just don't do it. Please, I'm begging both these teams. Find a different rotation. Just don't fight it. Just rotate out. Go to No Name. Oh, I guess you can't. Well, yeah, go to No Name. Stomps is there by himself. Go to No Name. It's okay. There you go. It doesn't matter. There's no shame in either of these teams backing out. I just would rather see some of these teams go to end zone rather than fighting 50-50 right off the rip. That's just my opinion. It's just my thoughts. I just don't see the value. But Stomps needs to get the heck out of here before this team runs up on him. The Sinks might be aware, and if he catches him out, that's Dunzo for him. Dunzo, done, finished. No other teams are fighting at the moment. Oh, actually, Absolute Monarchy about to roll up on a team here. They're fully aware. They hear them grabbing the crafting materials. Sleepy Panda walking up with a G7 like a G6. I almost got chills there. I don't know about you guys, chat. I almost got chills just waiting for them to rotate in.
Target spotted.
Solid damage, but I'm not sure. Is the other guy, did he rotate? Yeah, he already rotated. Sorry for missing some of the shots. I just wasn't sure if he rotated already. Looks like he did. This is the only fight that's really happening. Are they going to full engage this? They do see the team. We know Shroud, by the way. Hambina's team is flying right across. So they have the opportunity. There's two teams about to break out. And I wonder which one's actually going to full commit. And I don't really know which one is actually going to do it. I think CHR is going to back off. Looks like there are as well. Looks like everyone's not full committing on any fight. We still have 60 people in the lobby remaining with only a minute and 3 seconds until zone closes. Probably best to go to zone, kind of chill, kind of vibe out. Listen, you know, can we just Netflix and chill in the middle of the zone? Can we all just Netflix and chill for a moment?
Hostile right here.
AMP says no. AMP is rotating right behind them. They're saying, no, we're not going to Netflix and chill. In fact, I'm going to unsubscribe to Netflix. I'm going to go back to Blockbuster, grab myself a movie, show up at my place aggressively with love. I don't even know where we're going with this, but nonetheless, AMP is showing up here. I'm just trying to highlight the fact that they're full on aggro with them. Anybody remember Blockbuster? Blockbuster was great. Until Netflix showed up. Netflix showed up and ruined everything. I know we're missing Vane's fight, but we're also watching a fight happening right here in front of us. AMP is going to go down, and now they're just going to full send run away. That's it. It's done. Done. It's over. It's over, man. It's over. See if we're missing any of the other fights. We also have another fight happening. My Little Phony is holding up at the angle here. Farm Boys just chilling, just farming with the vibes. Let's switch over to Harvester because the Busset Boys are busting it. Six XZs need to be very careful because if they get knocked out here, this is our team in 5th place. This is our team in 5th place. They need to be smart. They need to be careful. Looks like we did see a knock from Turns, but I'm not going to switch to that POV. I'm kind of curious how this is all going to play out. This is getting really, really rough. We know Shroud is about to roll up. Looks like Farmer Lucas and his team has backed down after they got that knock. We're seeing non-stop fights definitely occurring. We're trying to capture the action as soon as it occurs. We're just going to have to guess, essentially, what's going to happen. A lot of teams are playing quite strange. You know, they're trying to get into zone. I understand. I respect it, but at the same time, here it is. Busted Boys. Are they going to be able to get into a fight here? Here it is. Murdog getting fried. Needs to go right back through the port. They are going through the zone, and Decoys does go down. There's the bubble to buy himself some time. Murdog accidentally goes right back, probably claiming that he needs help, but he goes right back through the zone. This is not looking good, man. This is going to be an instant knock for them. Hill's team cleans it up. Nice cleanup there. And Dude's Night Out is catching this other team out in rotation. The Volt is absolutely frying this team. They need to full send this. Duplex, there's the port. Screaming, push, 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 push. By the way, Robo, thank you so much for becoming an AIM trainer. Really appreciate your support on the channel. Really means a whole lot. Thank you guys so much for the support. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream and the channel. Every little bit helps support and for others to find us on YouTube. Dude's Night Out is pushing, making their way downtown, going fast. Here's the bubble, and there's the Eva. Dun -dun 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 -dun. There's no DMCA here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, because I only sung it for just a hot second. There it is. Nice Volt damage. Duplex has to cut the corner. I don't remember if he's on controller, if he's on mouse and keyboard, but nonetheless, they reset. I was about to say he's about to do that nice tap strafe. He's finishing up the mop here. Just trying to clean up before they go through. Trying to finish him is not enough. Does he take the port back? Does he claim the kill? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? We don't know. We don't have all the answers. Let's take a look at, we know Shroud because they're about to get into a gunfight here. They see them. There's a lot of caustic traps here at this angle. My God, there's nonstop fighting occurring. There's 16 teams left. We're still in the first zone. What is happening? Are we playing pubs? Is this pubs, ladies and gentlemen? Where is the disrespect happening? Everyone's going right to zone. There's no respect to the lobby. Everyone's just kind of pushing, getting everyone out of their angles and their corners. Madness is in the lobby. Not my madness. I mean, he's already qualified. I'm sorry you're not in the lobby, but I mean, congratulations for already qualifying, you know? All right, as we hang tight, silence has fallen upon the lobby. Sync's team is not going to rotate on that. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They're definitely nervous about what they see. The only team that has a potential to fight is 6XVs, but even then, they're down a person, so I'm not really sure if they're going to engage on this. Tempest team does have height. They do have a potential angle. They could clutch this out. If they're aware of them, that is. And there's the scan. Counting the numbers. They would be giving up height, but at least they could get some KP and probably rotate back. I don't think... I mean, they could edge this. I think they have every opportunity. They could definitely edge this. And the reason I'm bringing up the map, I want you to see the location of where these teams are fighting and where things are going to take place. Because this is probably the only fight that's going to happen. If a team fights over there, I'm going to call that they're throwing. But this team fighting isolated out here, this makes sense for now if they're edging. But it looks like Scurvy's team is going to hard rotate. His Watson's team, which is Rare Excellence, doesn't have any KP, but they definitely have some decent armor, and they need to rotate in before it's a little bit too late, otherwise they'll get caught out. Dude's Night Out just chilling in the donut, just vibing as they vibe, and they do. My Little Phony, just chilling on the opposite side of the donut. Rambo, just wall bouncing, just chilling. It's a great moment just to let you know if you're just tuning in. Just say, welcome to the channel. This is Apex Legends Global Series. Last chance qualifiers. Be sure to leave a like. It helps support the channel. I'm definitely doing this for fun, Brandon. I'm enjoying it a whole lot. I guess my definition of fun is definitely a little wild considering I've been going about almost 10, 11 hours now. But nonetheless, I'm having a blast. So a lot of teams are not fighting at the moment just because we're waiting for the zone to see where the position is. Let's take a look at things. Maybe he's going to get us a nice, juicy Kraber shot. I believe in you, buddy. Get this. Get this shot. Do it for chat. Do it for chat. Get the shot. I believe in you. Ready? 3, 2. Ooh, 145 damage. There's a crack. Sinks is definitely screaming to his teammates. I cracked one. I mean, he did it for you guys. You should leave a like. Support Synced for getting that shot. He did it for you. I know he did. Now, as silence falls upon the lobby, we wait for teams to rotate. The zone has a minute, and we'll see where teams decide to go. Because right now, look, everyone is just holding. Everyone, ooh, I missed the shot. I apologize. Holy, I didn't think he was going to re-peek that. My man, if Sinks hit you with a Kraber shot the first time, why would you re-peek him the second time? You just wasted so many resources. Let's take a look at his armor situation. Let's take a look at this. I mean, yeah, he's using a Phoenix now. I mean, you're wasting 3 resources. There's no reason ever to peek that poor man again. Sinks is just begging for it. Because he's loving his armor. Honestly, he's almost to red at this point. Not too bad. I remember Hollywood Video. I'm definitely dating myself. I remember not dating myself physically. You get dating myself in terms of age. Anyways, nonetheless, we're all good guys here. We're all vibing. Kupski, unfortunately, does get knocked. He got knocked from a distance. Tech is just trying to put his drone out just to make sure they do not push. So he might put his ult out to stop them. So he's got it in a nice position to give him a stop if he needs to. All he needs to do is pop his ult, and then boom, they're set for rotation. He's going to opt to rotate on the north side, which isn't looking too good because they're going to be running into a different team. Fat Fruit Ninja and his team are hard gating with the other spot. Flashpoint has the hardest rotation in the lobby at the moment. We'll see how this all plays out. So really, this is the only way that it's really going to play, ladies and gentlemen. The other teams aren't really going to push. Oh, there we go. Sorry, apologies that you pulled that up right at the wrong moment. Nice wall bounce on Tech's part. Good movement. Unfortunately, just was not enough. He did got caught out of position. Let's see if Peach is able to buy Tech some time. He is not, but he can go for the banner. The zone is closing. They're wasting time. The zone 2, they could eat a little bit of this, but not enough to really justify it. Peach is potentially going to go down here. He needs Kupskis to kind of cover for him, but at the same time, he doesn't want to give up his rat spot. Because if he does go down, looks like they are okay. They have found their footing. But they do have an opportunity to be pushed out of position here. All they can do is hard edge. Flashpoint had a massive kill game from before. They need to keep it together to maintain their status, because if they get knocked out early, that's not good. It's not good. Nice solid damage from On Senpai. And there's that shot breaking through the Gibby shield. In case you don't know, Gibby's shield was nerfed, and there is bleed through damage now. So if there's a sniper shot, a Kraber shot, it bleeds right into his health pool, which is what you just saw there as an example. Let's take a look. Absolute Monarchy stuck in the choke here with Ice Sleepy Panda. They're giving up their height just a little bit to rotate. There is a sandwich occurring here. Absolute Monarchy is going to opt to come right back into this gunfight. There is the Crypto ult. Boom. All the bubbles are gone. Everything is reset. Now all they need to do is get into zone and push them out. As they would say, push them out. Push them out. Nice solid damage coming in from IC Panda. And I know we just missynced Osenpai getting some solid damage from across the map. Let's switch to that POV. We got to keep an eye on these two fights simultaneously. I know one is just as valuable as the other. Absolute Monarchy stuck in the center here. It's making me nervous, man. I want to capture the action. Take your time, please. You guys are popping off. Make my life just a little bit easier. Can you guys hold off while AM just either gets fried or they actually push this team out? Please, we know Shroud to hold for just a minute because I would like to see the action happening over here at the same time because they need to find their positioning. And they decide to queue back. The Gibby's going to full send it. Fortunately, Fat Fruit Ninja does go down, and now Icer Lifty's going to go down right after. Sleepy Panda's running for his sheer life. Wybin has an off angle here. This choke is becoming an absolute mess. Flashpoint's making a push in, believing that they have an opportunity to make a push, but little did they realize that they already cleaned up the team and they're ready for them. Now they have the uphill battle of pushing through a full squad. Also, now a dude's night out is showing up, showcasing that is not only a girl's night out, but a dude's night out altogether. And there's the queue. They rotate back. It's just a duck and weave pattern, man. Teams are ducking and weaving. Flashpoint's just waiting for the right moment to just get in. They have 2 seconds before zone starts to close. What a crazy round, ladies and gentlemen. And they're ducking and weaving. TMP coming right back into this fight. Not too bad. Up Sushi trying to find the position. Nice, solid triple take damage there. Are they going to finish him off? Hard focus is the wrong team. Now Sushi is really hurt. They essentially have to wait till Sushi finishes off this whole Phoenix. Maybe Spaghetti can clutch something out here. Sushi is now full health. There is the Zuck going out. They managed to get a solid kill there. Not too bad as they're getting thirded, getting shot from all angles. They need to rotate in. Taylor's team is screaming for them to get out. It's not enough because they're getting thirded right in the back. This may not be enough for them to get out. Switch over to the Bloodhound. How he's going to manage this. Sync is still popping off with the Kraber. Just non-stop action happening left and right in the lobby as the zone decides to close. Got to try to capture as much action as humanly possible. We need to switch over to CHR to see how they're doing because they are our master of the squad. Unfortunately, does not get that damage, but it does go down. Up Sushi's getting shot from all angles, and they have to get into zone. Let's take a look at poor dudes out. Aves is about to go out here. I highly doubt he's going to survive this scenario. Pisha's in the back here. We have a 3v1v1 happening in the building, and there goes that out, and Flashpoint is probably going to be going out next. While we have Pander's team on the south side all rotating. This is free real estate right now. Flashpoint, let's see how they're going to handle this situation. Let's see if they go out at least in 9th place. Boom. There's the massive shot. Wybin coming in and clutching. Whew, let's see who we got left in the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of the top teams, the CHR is our first place team, so we're going to watch them for the time being right now. HRN, I believe, is still in. Flashpoint is out. Rare Excellence is, I believe, still in. They are. So we'll keep a close eye. Hambino has the Kraber this time. This is where we're going to see some Kraber shots to see if they create an opening. Rare Excellence looks like they have some solid damage. Let's switch over to their POV. Rare Excellence making a play here. God, there's so much action happening. It's just non-stop. It's been non-stop overall. And there is the cleanup that they're going to get. It's going to be a 3v2 situation as long as they don't take too much damage. If they just kind of edge this out, they knocked out Up Sushi. These teams, this should all be kosher here. Unless Sinks decides to third this. These are the teams we have to worry about. HRN has the uphill battle. They are in 2nd place right now with 27 points. They have a total of around 6 KP at the moment. This isn't looking too good for them. Uphill battle. Let's see how they manage to clutch this out. I mean, they could port past. They do have the bubble. There's the scan. Hill is pushing in. They get a nice swap and trade. Minimal damage. They're going to probably finish him to go for the swap. He's probably screaming for Hill to go for the swap, but he's actually finishing his bat. They have minimal time. They need to rotate in. He's blocking the door. The Wraith is coming out of the building. Urice is slow crawling in, getting some solid R301 shots, but it may not be enough. There goes the bubble. He gets pushed out. Hill is getting knocked. He goes, takes the zip back, and there it is. CRH does have the high ground. It's over Anakin, and they come in for some nice KP points at the end. We're looking at a top 4 situation versus CHR, Rare Excellence, and we know Shroud. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Last few teams. Wybin might get caught in a position as Wicked gets some wicked shots popping off here. Trying to hold the angle. If he gives up the angle, they need to be careful. because he could get caught out. All the teams, nobody's actually in zone right now. Nobody wants to be the first one, and the first one in is probably going to be the one that's going to get hard focused. So see how this plays out. Though I promise you, the first team that decides to go into zone, or the first team that engages, is going to be the first team that goes out in 4th place, unless see this nasty little peek here. 43 seconds. Getting pretty intense. Getting pretty sweaty. Notice how the lobby just went. Ooh, chills. Chills, ladies and gentlemen. Some solid peaks. Everyone's just kind of ducking and weaving, biding their time. Watch as the Apex Legends players play in their natural environment. It gets a solid crack. Decides to int on it. But is the int effective? I have to say, honestly, the int is pretty effective. This is theirs. This is theirs. They need to not get greedy, though. If they fall right behind them, they'll be the last one to get pushed in this choke. Rare Excellence needs to be careful as they push in. Luckily, they do have the port. They're not getting picked on by Sync's team. We know Shroud anymore. Wicked getting some solid shot. His Watson getting caught in a position. He has no gun in his hand at the moment. He's just trying to find an out, but it looks like Rare Excellence going to be going out potentially in 3rd place. Wicked is just trying to have an angle here, and there it goes. His Watson gets knocked by turns. So CHR has a total of 8 kills at the moment, while Wicked's team has a total. I mean, they're looking pretty good. This is the game that we know Shroud is looking for. We're looking at the 1st place winner versus a team that is not looking so hot. Nice 59 damage by Sinks. He was trying to hope for the 69 damage, trying to clutch it out, because we all know what 69 is about. It's just a number, ladies and gentlemen. Relax. All is good. All is well.
Might be something good this way.
Minute and 6 seconds. See if he managed to, if there's a crack, I promise you they're going to full send it. If there's a full-on crack, they do see that he's isolated on the right side, so they may opt to take the teams on the left, the 2 people. He doesn't have a whole lot of charge rifle shots, and he's got an alternator hand. Kind of surprised to see an alternator at this level. Nice, 50 damage, at least breaks down the shield. He's running low on ammo, though. There's the bubble. Now we have the bubble versus bubble. We have a Venn diagram almost in the works. Sinks is taking an off angle. He's going to try to take height. Guarantee it. He's going to take height. There it is. My boy coming in with the height. But unfortunately, the flank was just not as effective. Would it have been better if he stayed? Would it have been better if he stayed? I don't know. I get where he was going for there. Going for the height to take the angle. But I think once the team saw him queue out, they saw it as just a free push. A free 3v2. I saw what he was going for there. If the team was played a little passive and waited just an additional 5 seconds, I think he would have had it, honestly. Think he would have had it. Ooh, man. Pretty crazy. Now, let's switch back over here in just a moment. I need to go to the washroom. This is a great moment for us to get up. Go to the washroom. I'm going to showcase the score on screen. I just need a hot second, ladies and gentlemen. I just need a moment to go to the washroom. I'm going to hop into game 4. We're over the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. Over the halfway mark. We're doing it. Switch over the scoreboard. Halfway. Grab yourself a coffee. Grab yourself a snack. Grab yourself some water. Go to the washroom. Come back. Come vibe. Come chill. We got 3 more rounds to go. 3 more rounds to go. And you see the scoreboard that is updated here. I'm going to leave this on screen. Click the link above. Let's come back and let's analyze this together. We'll analyze this together once I'm connected into the lobby. I want to break this down for you, but I want to make sure at least I go to the washroom for a moment. And we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. So take a look at the scoreboard. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Looks like the lobby's filling up. Came back at the right moment. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when you come back right at the right moment? Hopefully you got a chance to look at the scoreboard and see CHR is now our first place. Honestly, at this point, going in with a few more rounds remaining, we're really looking at the fact that these teams, take a look here, we're on the halfway mark. Not bad, not bad. That last round was really, really solid. Very, very solid overall. Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4, we have 3 more matches remaining. CHR has really kind of claimed their spot. All they have to do is just stay consistent, and they're going to be in the top 5. Top 5. Not a bad play. Not bad at all. So, when you stepped away, if you stepped away at the same time as me, what did you do? Did you grab yourself a snack? Hopefully you're doing well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream and the channel. Very, very excited to have all of you guys here. Really means a whole lot. Again, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Every little bit helps support what we do here on the channel. All right, so in just a hot second, we will be getting right back into the fray and into the match. And yeah, we'll be good to go. Let's see here. 5 minutes, so I believe we probably have about 2 or 3 minutes before this round starts, and then we should be good to go. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends Global Series North America. It's first time casting North America. I think now I have a total of maybe 8 or 9 casts under my belt. I'm still relatively new to casting, but I've been really finding my groove and starting to get really comfortable with it. Hopefully you guys enjoy joining me on the journey. I just appreciate the fact that you guys are watching competitive Apex. I'm very passionate about it. I myself have competed, done a lot of scrims, understand the length of the game, but there's always something new to learn. Even as we're putting out guys tutorials, weapon tier lists, the meta shifts of how people maximize and capitalize things, and there's only so much that you can predict. Now, we'll have to see which team is going to change up their comp, because teams have been very consistent with their comp and not switching. They've been sticking with their gun and saying, this is what we practice, this is what works. We'll see if they decide to switch or not. So game 4, only a little bit more to go here. Right now, looking at the scoreboard, just as a reminder again, CHR 50 points, HRN 59 points, or excuse me, 56, 30. Let's start that over. CHR 50 points, HRN 36 points, Rare Excellence 35 points, Flashpoint 26 points. Then we have We Know Shroud at 22. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are our top 5 teams that we're looking at the moment. We Know Shroud had a pretty big game there. This is exactly what they needed. They just need to be consistent for the next 3 rounds here. Halfway point. Because honestly, what they could do, a lot of these teams, I mean, we could even see a team lower down, you know, MST, win 2 rounds in a row and instantly go into, you know, finals, you know, or playoffs. So we'll just see how this plays out and what's going to happen. He's still making those pancakes rain. Good old Caustic. Let's give a shout out to everyone in chat. Keanu, Isaac, The Diesel, J Mash, Michael Reeves, Milk and Cookies. Oh my God. That sounds so good right now. Hi, my name is Bob. It's so great to have you here. Virtuoso, Arnesta, The Diesel, Juan, Froggy. All of you guys, thank you so much. It really means the world. This has been an experience. I don't think this is anything I'm ever going to forget, by the way. And I appreciate you for joining me on this. Like, I guarantee you, years from now, I'm going to look back and I'm going to remember when we stayed up and went through a 12-hour cast. I'm never going to forget it because it's insane to do to begin with, but it's so much fun and it's memorable. Like, I'm never going to forget it. I'm always going to remember it. It's going to be something that we share together. So if you were here today and you shared that moment with me, you know, I can't wait for all of us to be in events again, to see Apex Legends in person. It's moments like this that really bring the Apex community together and really means the world. And I look forward to if people attend the in-person event. I'm hoping that by maybe that point, one day, I'm still casting, and maybe I get to say hi to you guys and shake your hands, and you know, it'd be great. Be really, really great. All right, we're going into the next round here in just a moment. 2 minutes until we launch, and we should be good to go. Good call on the water. Let me drink a little bit more. Okay. Okay. 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Game 4 of Apex Legends Global Series Winter Circuit Last Chance Qualifiers right before the playoffs. North America. Let's go, baby. Let's make it happen. They don't normally shoutcast Last Chance Qualifiers, but I stepped in. I felt it was very important for people to see Last Chance Qualifiers. I think it's important. I think it means a lot. Because these are the teams that... It gives them their time as well. Alright, let's go in. Take a look at the comps. Let's see if anything shifts here. Let me go ahead and pause the music. Should be good to go in just a hot second. Just trying to memorize all of the comps that I see. I know some of them are obviously not shown correctly. They probably left the lobby, maybe went to go do a quick pub. Nonetheless, kind of curious how we're going to see some of these teams switch it up. Still see a lot of Horizons. Crypto has not made a big enough splash. Switch back and forth. Okay. We're still seeing everyone running the same comps. Okay, so everyone's staying very consistent. We're at the halfway mark. This is game 4. I don't think we'll see or feel the pressure until, let's say, game 5 or 6. And that's whenever we're going to see things really change up, essentially. So the reason I'm following We Know Shroud's team is this because they've been getting 50-50'd right off the rip here pretty much consistently. And last time, you know, obviously they managed to find their footing, but this has been quite uncomfortable for them. But it looks like they're kind of giving it to them this time around. Wonder if they had a little gentleman's agreement. Nice throw on the shield there for his Bloodhound. And just if you're new to Apex Legends, the reason why he threw his bubble was when he's scanning, he was extremely vulnerable, so he doesn't want him to get shot. It's a free bubble. It's a free way just for him to get a scan without getting shot. So it looks like they're opting to rotate to No Name right away. And I don't see any other fights really breaking out. There might be one potentially. And Skyhook, if they happen to run into each other, we'll see if that actually occurs or not. Pretty solid game so far. No 50-50s off the rip here. A lot of teams are all playing quite respectfully, as you can tell from the lobby, but they are aware of them. Let's see what FYP does in the scenario. They have a Devotion, they have a P2020, they have some decent guns, enough to make kind of a splash, but we'll see if it's enough to make a big difference. There's a scan, did not pick them up, so they have an opportunity to go surprise them, knowing that they didn't pick them up on the scan. There's a Horizon Q out the open, and they're just trying to assess this situation. Sushi's team looks like they're just going to rotate through the north side of Skyhook here. They're not going to engage. They're going to take it quite slow and play it safe. No other teams are fighting. The zone is going to close. It's most likely going to pull towards Epicenter or Survey. We'll see where that actually pulls for the finale here. Sleepy Panda looks like he's getting some shots. Let's see how they manage to clutch this out. He's trying to get back on height to help his friend, Free Agent, or FA, 8 second, taking height just to try to get an angle here. Nice spray with the L-Star. This is exactly what they need as long as he plays patient, waits for his teammate. Unfortunately, it does get flanked. I didn't even hear audio on that. Nice Arc Star. What an Arc Star. What a throw. All he has to do is come clean this up, gets his spray, and unfortunately it's just not enough because the Mastiff has a faster kill DPS overall compared to the Spitfire. This is why the Spitfire is fantastic, but of course when you're running against a Mastiff, it's just not going to be enough pressure. But that Arc Star was beautiful. Beautiful Arc Star as he ran up. Unfortunately, I didn't even hear the footsteps on the left. I wonder if he heard the footsteps. He got completely caught off guard holding that angle. It felt like he probably just slid jump around the angle to really catch him out. So really big play on their team. We'll see how teams decide to continue to push this out. MST looking for an opportunity. The zone, they know where it's pulling. I was actually wrong. I was actually wrong on this. It's actually pulling towards No Name. It's actually going to be somewhere right around this open area here. I've seen this end here several times, and now they're going to have to go through choke. Let's see if Sync's team, we know Shroud, Wicked, as well as Turns is aware of them about to roll up. And if they're just going to surprise them. Wait for it. I'll wait for the audio so you hear it. There it is. There's a surprise attack. Arcstar just to buy some time there. Nice R99 spray. They need to clean this up quick before they get thirded, which is occurring right now. We know Shroud's team is in trouble, and Wicked is just running for dear life. Metro's team is showing up in a big way here, with Panders taking the helm. Panders is full on chasing, almost knocks him, just not enough, needs one more hit. Unfortunately, his teammate was not able to clutch that out. Goes for an additional scan. When they run out, they're running into a whole different team now. All they can do is hope that the other team runs into it, throws the Arcstar, and all he has to do to rotate, and all he's trying to do is just buy time. Turns, gets shot in the back, and there it is. Now Vayne, Omnu, and Scurry are rotating out and just holding their angle, holding their positioning, realizing there's another team right behind them. Got to flex to just a single shot Spitfire, and there's the rotation out. So at least they have the building. They're secure there. There really should not be much fighting occurring here. Just mostly poke damage unless they somehow get a magical knock, which I highly doubt is going to occur. Oh, and maybe I spoke too soon. Commentator's curse. Fury's really feeling the burn here. Swap for the armor if it's possible. There it is. Unfortunately, it's only able to get more white armor. Hill's team is running up. Hill's team is doing quite well. Still in second place. So they need to be careful here not to get knocked out too early because they want to secure some positioning. But it looks like they're just cutting right across and probably going to play the rocks. So Hill's team is just going to chill here on the hill. No pun intended, and just keep rotating for a better angle. They just pretty much left all of this in the dust here. Meanwhile, Tempest's team is getting shot right in the back. Looks like they managed to hold him out. Pander's team does rotate right back, and they do reset. We do see a potential 6XZs going in for a potential fight here. I know they heard those footsteps because I heard them on my screen, and there they are sliding. They need to be careful. They're about to get pushed in the building. Let's see if Wiz's shots are strong enough on his flat line. And there it is. He's going for the crypto for them to push right up above and see if they got some damage. The Arcstar does go out. Nades is just refreshing, healing, while we wait for this encounter to play out. Silence falls upon the lobby, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait to see. And there it is. There's the scan. I knew he was running away from something. I was like, there it is. There's the moment of truth. Running for dear life, trying to find a different building and reset. They're getting pushed in this building. Let's see if Nades and I can't talk. It's been a long day. Yeah, the words are escaping me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at a loss for words. Oh, Wiz getting fried, trying to reset. The Mastiff is coming in clutch to switch the POVs. Nades does go down. They're held up in the bathroom as if this was a nightclub on a Sunday night. And it is a Sunday night, but it is not a nightclub, not the nightclub that you want to be a part of, and get shot in the back, and Team Depression is no longer depressed. I wouldn't be depressed after that fight. Not a pretty clean fight. There's no knocks. Now they have a lot of healing. Looking pretty positive, looking pretty good. Not too bad. Now we see all the teams are fighting within their general area. HRN is getting picked on at the moment. There's the scan to buy them just a little bit of time, and there's the Gibraltar ult. They need to reposition and recoup. And there is Hill's team may go out here at 16th place. This isn't looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hill's team was in second place overall. Now they are down hill. This isn't good. Is this new? By the way, this is live, by the way. This is live. I apologize if I definitely feel like I'm losing steam. I'm trying to keep up with the momentum. We're keeping it together. We only have a few more rounds left. Let's get it, baby. Urisa's team getting shot fried in the back. We're keeping eyes on them because this is our number 2 team, ladies and gentlemen. This is our number 2 team. They matter. These are our close to champions if they manage to close this out. If not, they're going to drop on the leaderboard. Rare Excellence has the opportunity to surpass them, which we're going to keep an eye on in just a moment, in just a second. They're ducking and weaving, trying to find their positioning. They got a Wraith Port. They're getting chased. They're getting chased. This is not looking good for Urisa's team. Simply and Uris are trying to just hold, waiting and praying. Simply gets fried by a Mastiff. And there it is. The R3-1 misses almost every single shot, lands only 24 damage, throws his bubble, and now this is it. This is how it ends. This is how it ends. And CHR is looking quite hot because they got a solid damage there, and this is only better for CHR because they are in 15th place and they have good positioning in the zone. CHR is just securing it, man. Ambino's team is doing quite well for themselves. Now, you saw them, they drop their armors, and the reason they're dropping their armors is because they want to avoid the crypto damage from crypto ults. That's why their armors are on the ground. It's not because they don't like their armors. You know, maybe they want a breath of fresh air. But nonetheless, that's where we're at. Let's take a look at a different POV here. Team Depression, while they were holding the building before, are now... look at that flex. You don't see that quite often in a tournament. Boop him right in the head. Can't remember who he is. K-Mai, I don't know if he remembers who he is at that moment. He booped him so hard on the head, he might be back in the lobby with amnesia. I would be. Switching off the map, I apologize. I had it open. Was just switching POVs. Murdog, Bus Up boys are really struggling in this tournament. They have a lot of talent, a lot of skill, but they're definitely struggling to find their footing. Murdog's team is definitely quite low in the leaderboards right now. They need some KP, they need some points, but they can't seem to find the knocks. And there it is. Bussa Boys makes a push in. And like I said, they're looking for the KP. They just don't care. They're full sending it. There's the Arcstar. And there's the Thermite. They're coming in. Everyone's quite low. They can all die essentially from one solid massive shot. So if they're not careful, this is going to be it. A solid 51 damage, but it's not going to be enough because Murdog's about to get flanked in the back by a massive. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. They are out. 15th place. AMP, get amped. They're pushing up. AMP getting amped in the situation just as much as I'm getting amped. But he's trying to reload. It is a cluster. But at least they managed to clutch it up and have some good positioning and reset. They're not going to get thirded. Actually, they are getting thirded. Sushi's team is showing up. Going to deliver some sushi. Giving him the Zuck. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. They got some solid cracks. They're stuck up there. He's got an EVA 8. He's rocking a purple bolt. It is time to do some damage. The Caustic is doing way too much damage, though. The Zuck is counterintuitive. They're not able to find their footing. He could, though, bounce outside the building, pop his Q, or fly, or jump outside, but there is another team rolling up. They may need to rotate out of this. This isn't looking too hot. This is not the clean fight that they were looking for. These aren't the joys they're looking for. Where is Anakin? Where's the high ground? Where's Obi-Wan Kenobi when you need him? Amped. Wow, they really held it together. They're feeling pretty good. They're feeling amped. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he gets knocked, gets charge rifled from an angle. Where was that angle? Where the heck did that come from? I think he shot him from right above. And this Q, I don't know if this was good or bad. Fanatical is just probably screaming for dear life, asking why he put it there. But nonetheless, at least it bought him some time. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, this is getting pretty intense. There's still 12 squads remaining. Let's take a look. CHR is still in the running, and we still have Flashpoint still in the running. We're still looking pretty good, as well as is Rare Excellence. Yes, we still have our top 3 teams, for the most part, still outside of Hill's team, which is HRN, Uris, and Simply. This is looking pretty crazy. Let's take a look at CHR. They haven't really moved. This is why I haven't been focusing on this. Not doing anything wrong. Oh, looks like they're actually making Commentator's Curse. This is a perfect moment for us to take a look at exactly what's happening here. Switch over to the Caustic to see if he's able to find an angle. Push right back into the gas. I know he can see them. He's telling them all to breathe it in. Maybe they can't breathe properly. There's the gas. Another one. This is it, man. He's throwing those pancakes, as chat was saying. But unfortunately, gosh, I don't know how Hambino got knocked there. If they don't clean this up relatively quickly, this is going to be it for them. He tries to rotate back, but it's just not enough. Now they're in HP, throws the Caustic Barrel, tries to res him. Are they going to be able to reset this? CHR is our first place team, by the way, at the moment with 50 points. 50 points, ladies and gentlemen. And he gets knocked, and they're about to go out in 12th place with a minimum KP. They had 2 kill points. He's going for the res. He's got a gold bag, which can buy them some time. He's hitting him in the back saying, I got you, brother. You look like Santa Claus from Coca-Cola. You good. Drink another Coke. There's a caustic barrel. Is just buying them some time. He's going to pop the smoke just to disorient them, but he is burning. Burning. He's feeling the burn. There's non-stop action happening. We're switching the... This Gibby's just gone. He doesn't exist anymore, while TPM is sitting in the building looking quite good. And let's take a look at Flashpoint and see how they're holding up. Flashpoint is on point. They're sitting on the point. Do you know where this is going to end, ladies and gentlemen? This is going to end right here. They're pinging it. We're all on the same page. We're all on the same page, ladies and gentlemen. We're all on the same page. We all know where it's going to end. We all know where it's going to end. It's going to end right here. It's going to end right here. I know it. I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but we're all on the same page.
We should conduct a search right here.
If it doesn't end there, I'm going to be super sad. Let's take a look at Rare Excellence. They have been hard edging. They don't have any KP at the moment, but they're on the north side. I wonder if they're aware of Ackman's team. Let's see how this plays out. I don't think they're gonna. They may fight. You know, honestly, they may fight. This is an isolated encounter. Otherwise, I'll switch over to Fat Fruit Ninja Squad because they're also fighting here too. Okay, let's switch over to Fat Fruit Ninja Squad because it looks like they're not going to hard engage over on the far right. Absolute Monarchy guy has to make a play here. If they stay here for too long, it's not going to look good. They need to rotate over to the left. Sir Lifty taking some massive damage in the back. He does pop his bubble, but now he does not have the bubble for a rotation, but at least they do have a good solid minute. And there is a crypto ult about to go off. They need to push. They have to push. And they're not going to push. I guess it makes sense to go to zone. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, the downside, though, is that with the team in the back, they're going to become a sandwich. I don't know if anybody has ever worked a Subway, but you're looking at a sandwich. These are sandwich artists. And this is kind of why I thought that they should take out the team in the back when they had the crypto ult, because right now all they're going to do is be stuck here. And the team has already recovered, and now Absolute Monarchy is in an absolute dire situation. Touche me. I love Crypto. I really do. I think he's an underrated legend, especially when I see him play in APAC North. It puts a smile on my face. So it's nice to see Fat Fruit Ninja's team really rock a Crypto. All right, looks like they're not going to fight. All the teams are just kind of chilling and vibing. As you can see, Flashpoint is kind of holding the center of zone, while his Watson's team, Rare Excellence, waiting for an angle. Waiting for an angle. And by the way, this is live, ladies and gentlemen. It's on a 5-minute delay, so hopefully you're enjoying this commentary, enjoying the stream. Don't forget to leave a like, support. This is Apex Legends Global Series, Last Chance Qualifiers, North America.
Let's go this way.
All right, we'll just hang tight. We'll just wait here. Rare Excellence has probably the harder rotation in. A lot of teams do, unfortunately. This is going to get hard to commentate, mostly because the teams are probably going to fight at the same exact moment. So usually, I really feel like it's about to happen. Absolute Monarchy might find some positioning here, but Wybin is going to see them. He's going to see them. Nice movement there. Nice wall bounce. Hopped right over. Didn't waste a second. Didn't waste a beat. Unfortunately, gets a little bit of damage, but not enough to make any crack. But he did cracked himself. Took 2 sprays from 2 different individuals. They're in a this isn't a bad spot. I've seen people hold this individual spot before. Absolute Monarchy, on the other hand, is an absolute shambles. Nice solid spray, but is it going to be enough? He needs to reset. He needs to bat. Doesn't look like he has any bats in reserve. He needs it though. And there it is. The crypto ult takes away the bubble, and now Absolute Monarchy is in absolute trouble. They're just waiting for the right opportunity. I don't think he has any bats. And there he goes. Fat Fruit Ninja does go out, and there we have it. Let's take a look at Flashpoint. Wybin, actually, we'll take a look at their POV. This is a bubble fight of the century. So they're rolling in. We have the Volt. They have height. And they go right back underneath and chill and vibe. Trying to get the loot from over the wall. Oh, man, that sucks. That's not what you want to see. I don't know how they had such an angle there. They had such an angle. I'm frustrated for him. Flashpoint does, or Rambo's team, Trying to switch over to them. Give me a second. Having a little bit of a hard time getting into their POV. Let's just go to Flashpoint because they have a different POV on this team anyways. They're just right on top of each other, unfortunately. It's getting hard a little bit to click. I know I can hit a keybind, but nonetheless, here we are. We're vibing. We're present. It's been a very long day, but I'm enjoying myself. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself at home as well. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It means a whole lot. And it looks like Flashpoint, my gosh, they could be going out here. This is our 4th place team, but they do find their positioning and footing. That's not half bad. Not half bad. At least they got the gas. They're all breathing it in. Breathing it in, ladies and gentlemen. Amp is caught at his own. They got 14 seconds. 14 seconds. 14 seconds with his Watson's team also being revived with a gold bag. Okay, these are the 2 teams. I'm not going to be able to literally catch both of them at the same time, but I'll try to catch Rare Excellence team because they happen to be higher up on the scoreboard. So that's my justification for following them at the moment. I don't know how they're gonna. I guess they're okay. Looks like they're okay here, but they're getting shot in the back, and they're about to become the sandwich. This is getting pretty rough. There's a thermite. He's burning from it, and one of his teammates says Watson does go down. This is not good. This is where. This is the end. He just needs to buy time. He's in top 6. Rare Excellence. Can you clutch it out? Can you recover? It looks like Kaon does go down. And Sung is out in the open. Let's take a look at current esports. Looks like they're all okay. Rare Excellence just holding on by a thread of life. He could find some spacing right underneath everything. He's looking for an angle. I don't know if he's gonna find it though, man. Oh my gosh! What a spot! What a spot! I didn't even think that. I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know you could fit in there. That's insane. I'm actually mind blown. And there's actually a res actually taking place as we speak at the moment. Look at that! A respawn beacon in the middle of nowhere manages to clutch out a res. That's crazy. And you could only possibly do this with a caustic too. Man. I wonder if he's going to be able to get much loot, or is he going to shot out of the sky? Unfortunately, they all whiff their shots, and the Bloodhound is back in it, man. Amp is feeling amped. Dude's Night Out has a different angle here. And as well as Rare Excellence, just kind of chilling and vibing. Let's take a look at how current esports, they have the heart of everyone's looking at them. Everyone's looking at current esports. They do have 2 golds, which is helpful, but nonetheless, they're getting shot from the right. They're getting shot from the left. They're getting run off right now. This isn't good. Current esports may not be so current. They might be a little bit dated now. Dude's Night Out roads up, and they say, you guys are expired esports. Last few teams, they're going to feel the pressure in a moment. They're going to feel the pinch. They have to climb up height. Amp actually has the highest chance or probability of winning this if they can secure the high ground. But only. Oh, that's not good either, and they don't have a Gibby. There's going to be non-stop blowing up here. At least they have the Wraith, or the Horizon, to at least pop them up a Q. But this isn't looking too good. The zone is burning. Amp just trying to hold on to the high ground for dear life, but unfortunately it's just not enough, and Dude's Night Out has secured their night out. Another team has secured the height on them. Let's take a switch over to their POV. TMP is now taking zone damage while Flashpoint is in the trailer onto the left. They're looking quite good. They're looking quite comfy. Peach does get a knock. TMP is holding on with dear life, trying to syringe, trying to survive. May not be enough. The team inside, let's switch over to their POV. Dude's Night Out has height. But it looks like Flashpoint is now regretting their positioning. I guess, I mean, it's not bad. Dude's Night Out is clutching out. They're making some really solid plays. This is really, really solid. And there it is. And boom, Dude's Night Out. Sunday night. Dude's Night Out. Congratulations, claiming Game 4. Enjoy the tunes of Apex Legends Global Series. We now only have 2 more rounds under our belt. 2 more rounds, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more rounds. Hope you're all having a fantastic night and a fantastic evening. Once the scores update here on the right, we'll break those down. And it looks like they have. Let's look at the scores. Go to game 5. Let's look at the scoreboard. Dude's Night Out looks like they have claimed now 2nd place. Very solid play on their part. CHR still claiming 1st place. Rare Excellence in 3rd. HRN has dropped just a little bit, unfortunately, with Flashpoint in 5th place. These are the teams that we're looking for. We know Shroud has dropped a little bit. Their placement was not ideal that last round. They need to claim these next few rounds. They need to claim the next few rounds for it to really matter. Otherwise, it ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too good, ladies and gentlemen. So CHR 53 points, 1st place. Dude's Night Out 43 points. Rare Excellence 38 points. HRN 36. Flashpoint 35. They're sitting pretty comfortably. CHR looking pretty good. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It means a whole lot as you guys are supporting. We're about to go into game 5. Let me switch to that POV now. There it is. Let's get into the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Hope all of you guys are having a great evening. Thank you so much for just taking the time to spend with me. Seriously. And for those that have been watching all day, I know it's been a journey. I love days like this. I've watched a lot of streamers when like you have a pretty big day casting or following something so long like this. It's good. It's fun. A lot of fun. All right, going into game 5 and game 6, this is a moment for teams to really reevaluate their situation. Are they going to revert back to the calling of Revenant and Octane? Or are they going to stick with what works? I don't quite know. We're going to have to find out here in just a moment. But nonetheless, don't forget to leave a like. It really means a whole lot. These tournaments can get pretty crazy. There's quite a few of you guys here on the channel, but if you just left one like, it would mean the absolute world. It really would. Insane. Let's see if we can get up to 300 likes. See if we can do it. What do you guys think? Let's see if we can. All right. Sorry, we'll just make sure to check a few things, but we are looking pretty good. All right, next round. Everyone's loading in. Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5. Game 5. Game 5. We'll see how teams change it up. Flashpoint has been very consistent. They are so close, though, to not making this. And I do have faith that they can. Hill's team is doing quite well as long as they have a next 2 consistent games. All the top 5 teams need at this point is just a nice consistent game. Just a nice consistent game. Just to build up the energy, let's get up real quick and stretch. Take a moment to stretch. Okay, I'm back. I hope you guys had a good stretch. I had a good stretch myself. Can't believe what time it is. It's been an insane day, an insane evening. Let's get into game 5 in just a minute. I know it's 5 minutes, so be sure to grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a coffee, come right back. Let's chill, let's vibe. Let's go into ASMR land. Let's look at the scores. CHR, 53 points. Dude's Night Out, 43 points. Rare Excellence at 38 points. HRN at 36 points. And Flashpoint at 35 points. A lot of the teams that we've seen win so far, take first place, are really holding their own at the top. It's looking pretty good. Alright guys, a few more people just need to join the lobby, and then we're going to be good to go. This is my moment to kind of breathe and relax. I'm at the home stretch. I can't believe we've done this. I can't believe we streamed for 12 hours today. I took a little nap for 2 hours in between, but I still can't believe that we maintained such a long stream. It's been insane. It's been a whole lot of fun. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. I can just put myself in the place of the player and just imagine, especially the teams that are a little further down below, they have to get top 5. They essentially, some of these teams need to win 2 games in a row to make this happen. But I'm not quite sure if some of the teams really have it in them at the moment, because, you know, after 5 or 6 games, it can feel pretty intense. You start to feel the wear down, you know? You start to feel that wear and tear. And as we're approaching game 5, usually you're pretty hot around, let's say, game 2 or 3, and then you start to feel the wear on game 4, 5, and 6, and just kind of start to top off. You get sometimes your second win, though. Second win does occur. Two minutes until launch, and then we'll get started. Appreciate all of you guys for being patient as we're in between rounds. I definitely agreed. I definitely agree. After this, I'm gonna go get some. Bro, woke up and Daz is still casting. Yes, sir, boss guy. We're still here, man. We're still going. We've gone through APAC North, Europe. We're going through all of it. We're going through North America. We've traveled the world. Traveled the world, quite literally. You're like the optic hex of Apex Legends. You want to know something crazy? We both have the same first name, or both our names are Hector. It's not wild. It's not crazy. Love to meet him one day. He's definitely a big figurehead in this scene. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's nighttime here. When I started, the sun was coming out, and now the sun is down. Crazy. How was the shoutcasting been for you since 4 a.m.? It's pretty good. I get my second wind. I bounce back. I get pretty pumped. I get hyped. Sometimes I have some low points. I'm surprised my voice has been holding up, which is good. It's been good. But as long as we're keeping it together, we're doing good. I'm actually glad that they've been keeping everyone's been getting here super early in the round so we can get started. Just keeping the momentum going. All right. We should probably have about, say, 30 seconds, 45 seconds remaining, and then we'll get started and we'll go into round 5. Does Shiv do tournaments? Yes. Unfortunately, he didn't qualify, but he was doing Europe. If he was, he would have been in my last cast if he made it. Everyone's ready. The fact that everyone is here and already ready to go kind of highlights how serious people are taking this. What a day of Apex Legends, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very long day. We've seen a lot of action. We've seen some of the greatest plays from Gibraltar occur. At one point in APAC North, we had 5 Gibraltar bubbles up at the same time, all in one straight line. We saw people frying with the R301. We saw versatility. We've seen diversity among legends. We've seen Crypto pop off. We've seen Horizon. We've seen Wraith. We've seen practically every legend. The only ones we haven't seen is Watson and Rampart. We've even seen Octane. You've even seen Octane, and there it goes, ladies and gentlemen, the first round, or 5th round of the day. The most important meal of the day. 5th round of the day. Let's take a look and see if teams decide to change up their compositions, if they decide to change anything, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, Wraith has definitely a lot of power. We're seeing her still quite a bit. I think we're seeing her more in North America than we are seeing her in Europe and APAC North, to be quite honest. We're seeing way less cryptos, but we're definitely seeing quite a few Horizons make a splash, especially with Team Amped having such a solid game there too. All right, what's happening here in this screen, just so you're aware? Oh, shoot. Looks like we had an error there. Let's see if we can get right back in this one. Hold on. Server looks like it was shutting down. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's going on here. I think everyone's gonna have to reconnect. I think we had a server shutdown. Server shutdown, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. Are they gonna do the same server? I'm trying to figure out what happened. Give us a hot second. Taking a look at the chat. Wonder what happened there. All right, we're hanging tight. We're just waiting for the server to get brought back up. We'll see what number in terms of server we're going to use. If we're going to use that same server or we're going to pick up a new one. Just give us a hot second here while we figure out what's going on. See, maybe we can use the other code right after. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think they're opting to use the next code. Okay, we're back in. We just got to get everyone back into the lobby because it looks like that server crashed out, which isn't good. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you guys. Sorry, it looks like we had a crash there. This thing's happened, but at least happened at the start rather than later in the round. So everyone's reconnecting. We should be pretty quick on this next turnaround here. I'm just curious what code we're going to use after this, considering the server crashed. Hopefully we don't have to wait 8 minutes for everything to start up. But we'll try to get back in. It looks like the players are all in agreement. Everyone wants to get right back into the fray, right back into the match. So, pretty exciting once we get everything all situated. Yeah, it looks like we're going to start as soon as they're all in, which is fantastic, which is good. Hector with a K. Actually, Hector with Hector. I love it. We'll get started as soon as everyone's in. We just need everyone in. Hopefully this is a quick turnaround. I mean, everyone's almost in. So if they start as soon as everyone's ready, I mean, this could be great. Okay, you're just missing one more person. Kupski just needs to move over. All right. Actually, we need one more. And then we should be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Need one more person. Come on, Taylor, up Sushi. Get your guy in here so we can get going. Let's get it. Everyone's waiting. Everyone's excited. There we go. Spaghetti. Once he moves over, we'll be good to go. Why did they nerf every part of Gibby except the bubble? I guess because this bubble makes a massive play for competitive. Has a massive play in competitive. All right, honestly, I think they can start here in a second. We can get right back into this. So we're waiting for at the moment. I mean, once we get the go-ahead, it looks like we'll be ready to go. The players are antsy. They're ready, man. They are ready. They're ready to start. I'm ready as well. All right, guys. Oh, we're waiting on one observer. Huh. All right. Once the observer gets in. There it is. Perfect. And we go. Nice fast reset. Shout out to ALGS pulling together here. Fast reset. I love it. Very, very nice. At least we get a nice reset. We're right back in. Didn't waste a whole lot of time. It's probably the fastest that I've seen around just have a quick turnaround time. It's positive. Alright, so obviously we see the comps. I don't think anything's going to change. I don't think we're going to see an Octane Revenant. I just don't foresee it happening, to be honest. Not at this rate, unless somebody's trolling at the very end, you know? Everyone's picking their legends. I'm going to go to pause the music. And let's get ready. Hope you guys are all pumped. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Seriously. After all these hours of streaming, the only thing I would like to ask of you is if you left a like. Just thumbs up. Scroll down just a little bit. Hit the thumbs up button. It turns blue. It's a nice color. And then that's it. Alright. I'm going to be honest with you guys, chat. I won't lie if I tell you that I'm a little bit tired. Just a little bit, though. Alright, guys. This is it. Let's follow We Know Shroud to see if they get contested here at the rip. I don't wish it upon them. It just seems like they're super unlucky. I don't really get why they're getting targeted so hard. It's like if it's not one team, it's another. And there we go. There we have it. Game 5. I'm excited, guys. This is great. Here we go. So in terms of where they're landing, it doesn't look like they're going to get 50-50'd like they normally do. It looks like people are playing a lot more respectfully. Looks like they're splitting it just as they should. They do have a beacon here, so they need to hit it. There's the bubble. They got that down pat. Let me tell you. They have that down exactly the way they need to do it. Team Amp looks like they're just amping up. Is there any 50-50s? Just want to make sure. Let's take a look at FYP. See if any team is going to contest them. I don't think that any team is going to contest them, but we shall find out. Now, we take a look at the rest of the lobby. We don't see any teams really contesting at the moment. Actually, what just happened? I believe I just crashed out. I think I actually crashed out, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I'm going to be able to reconnect. I don't think I'm going to be able to capture Game 5. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll hang tight. I don't think I'm going to be able to reconnect. My game just hard crashed out. I don't know if the server crashed or if the game crashed. I'm not quite sure which one occurred. And I do apologize, guys. These things do happen. I'm really, really sorry if that's the case. We'll just have to hang tight and wait for the round to conclude. Hold on. Let's see here. That's never happened to me before. I'm not really sure what happened. See if we can get back in. I really apologize, chat. Unfortunately, that is out of my control. And they're going to play this round out. What we may be able to do is spectate another stream and see how they're doing. So let's take a look and let's see if we can spectate. Oh, am I able to get back in? Am I going to be able to get back in? Let's see here. It is loading. Come on, fingers crossed. And we're back in. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. You have no idea. I had the fallback, but I'm so happy right now. Oh man, I don't listen. Oh man, can we get a like in chat for that? Hallelujah! We're back in the server. I'm so excited. Oh man, I'm overjoyed right now.
Extended heavy mag here.
Oh,
Level 3.
okay, okay. Hopefully we haven't missed too much. Oh man, oh I was sweating. I was sweating there, chat. I was okay. What stream can I go and go watch? What can I do? But we are back in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get right back into casting. Let's see what is the action. What is occurring here? There is a fight. My little phony already having a fight here with Fury. Fury's furious with his Spitfire. He's gonna run low on ammo pretty quick, but he does have a gold mag on that beast. So, oh, thank God we're able to reconnect to the server. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Nice solid damage. The Wraith does go down. Unfortunately, this is going to be tough. Oh, wow! The 30-30 was enough, but unfortunately now he has to queue out and reposition. But is it going to be enough? He's going to go for the swap. Does he have time to get it? He does. Unfortunately, does get knocked, and Phony Head does go out and 19th place. Oh, crazy. Let me make sure that the stream is still looking good for you guys just because it did crash. It's going to lag for a second because I did tab out, but we are okay now. Don't worry. We're all set. Everything's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 11th hour, and here we go. Looks like AM is getting into a fight already. Let's try to catch their POV before it is a little bit too late. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit disoriented about what is going on in the lobby. Just trying to get my bearings. Can I find Anarchy? Oh my gosh. I'm just having one of those moments. Let's just switch over to Rare Excellence. I don't think they're gonna... We're okay, we're okay. I'm just trying to get my footing, just trying to gather my bearings once again. Rare Excellence doing pretty hot. They're being consistent. Let's take a look at CHR. Let's see how they're handling their situation. They are around Lava Fissure, or Lava City at the moment. They're not contested. They're looking pretty good. They're still high up on the leaderboards right now. They have 53 points. They're looking pretty solid. Alright, we know where the zone is ending. This is going to pull towards this choke point right here. I've seen it end several times. I think it's going to pull south. It's most likely where it's going to pull. Silence is falling upon the lobby. We're all just kind of chilling, just kind of vibing, just kind of finding our footing again. Aturia, Omnu, Scurry, and Vane have a building. They're sitting quite well in this building, though. There's the thermite coming in on them. All they got, all the teams need to do at this point, everyone's going to play patiently. Nobody switched up their comps. We do have three teams out. We have Gas Station Sushi, My Little Phony, and Current Esports that are out. And it looks like they even left the lobby for some reason. It looks like they're probably just trying to warm up. Brendan, it's good to have you here. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate all of you guys for being a part. We're liming. We're doing well. Everything is on our side today. Everything. It looks like teams are taking playing patient here. Peach has gold armor, especially in Caustic. Big boy Caustic. Not looking half bad. I wonder if they're going to hunker down here. They do know where the zone is going to end. They do have a crypto, but if they play patiently and edge them out, it's going to help them massively.
We should conduct a search right here.
Let's relocate here.
Let's go this way.
Right now, every team is playing quite passively at the moment. We're not seeing a whole lot occur in terms of rotations. They are pinging where teams are. Impulsive Dream and Farm Boys is holding a perfect kind of choke point. They kind of have their little, I guess you'd call it, triangle of success here, as you're seeing. They're holding out the angles. So as we're holding out, Teams are playing very respectfully. There's really not much to add at the moment as teams are just waiting for the zone and waiting for rotations. Nobody wants to be the team that gets caught out at the moment, as you can tell. Now, the only team that could fight is Team Depression. They could fight the team over on the right if they like. It is an isolated fight, but they are taking some shots and they're taking way too much zone damage. So it looks like they're going to fly up. And it looks like we're looking pretty good here. This is really the only team that has a play, to be honest. Everyone's kind of dancing around each other. Let's take a look over at Dome. This is probably where a fight is going to break out here. A lot of teams are trying to avoid the fights. I find it really strange. Everyone wants placement. Everyone wants zone. Nobody wants to fight anymore. You would think that they would run Octane Revenant, or teams that don't have a lot of points will want the fight, but it doesn't seem like that's the case of what we're seeing here today, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing just a lot of poke damage. The Gibraltar needs to get an angle here. And if he does get a successful triple take shot, that's going to be full send it. Let's take a look at Tech's team. Flashpoint and a really rough spot. The gas just is not enough, and they just got pushed out hard. Dude's Night Out has been rocking it. They've been doing quite well with Flashpoint going out this early on and going into game 6. This is not looking good at all. Flashpoint is in a lot of trouble. Once we update the leaderboards, that's something that we're going to have to break down together afterwards to take a look at what's happening. Let's take a look at CHR, because I know Dude's Night Out, listen, they're in second place. Let's hold on them. Let's just hold on them. Let's see if they manage to clutch this out. Let's watch. Let's watch, ladies and gentlemen, and see if they manage to make it or not. This is getting pretty tight for them. They are second place. We'll take a look at CHR if they manage to survive, which they do, and all they're going to need to do is rotate. They got 56 seconds to rotate into zone, and they have to worry about every other team in the lobby trying to push them out as they rotate late. We do have a fight occurring from Team Depression making a breach here. We have Messiah TTV pushing in. Some solid damage with the Eve 8, but unfortunately they have lost one. And now they need to go for the res, and Messiah is making the cover for them. The Wraith does take the port in, and now all they're doing is they're in a holding pattern. They do come right back out. Unfortunately, Messiah is getting shot in the back. You can tell he's taking the port out. A little bit of a panic here, and to reset. Strictly is getting a large Phoenix kit off. If you can push in, I know this is a cluster. There's multiple teams here. I think there's probably 2 or 3. One of them did get mopped up from my understanding. Let's take a look inside at MST cleaning up Intel Tempest. And there we have it. We got Panders and Metro really holding it down. There is a Gibby ult to buy them a little bit of time. But the team right outside, I don't think they're going to push them. I think they're just going to hold outside. Actually, Messiah is coming right back into the building. They're rotating right back in. They want some of this action. They're getting some damage in from a team underneath, and they're going to breach if they can. And there you go. TC is out and 16th place. Messiah taking some solid shots. There's a scan. If they all push this angle, this may not be the smartest play unless they can get a crack. Even then, one of them should take an off angle here in just a moment, which I guarantee one of them is going to do. But if they keep letting them reset, and there they go. There's the off angle. I'm trying to figure out what their goal is here. If they spin this too long here, this isn't gonna go well. And there they go. They opt for the rotation. They do have a team that's right on top of them. They're about to rotate. They're trying to buy a team. Let's see how Team Depression handles this. Are they going to be able to clutch out some kills? I don't think they will. I actually don't think. But Omnu's team is getting hard griefed in the center by his Watson, which is rare excellence, which is what we need to see from them considering they're in third place. So this is looking pretty good for rare excellence. They could be going off to playoffs here. They're further securing their spot overall. Just want to catch up with everyone in chat. Just want to let you guys know. Luckily, we've reconnected. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's so great to be here. Excited to be here. Everyone's just chilling. Everyone's just waiting for the right moment. It's interesting that we went from having absolute chaos in the lobby to having teams play extremely passive. Because right now, every team has been playing extremely passive. There's You can feel the need to get placement points. Teams want KP, but they also want the placement points, and they want teams to rotate on top of them for the points. HRN, obviously we're focusing on right now because Flashpoint is down. If HRN manages to clutch out some points here, they could definitely boost up. Our focus are CRH, Dude's Night Out, Rare Excellent, and HRN. Just seeing a lot of poke damage. A lot of poke damage in the lobby. Everything's kind of chill. This works out for me. This works out for me, ladies and gentlemen. This helps me relax a little bit. And here we go. Team Depression might make a move. Let's see if they manage to get their Q out. Rotating and making a play. Messiah. Gotta be careful not to get cracked before he makes the push in. Gets a solid swap. Only positive for Team Depression here. Unfortunately, Messiah does overextend on that push there. Gets knocked. Now we have a 3v2 situation. The bubble is there to buy them some time. But unfortunately, Team Depression looks like they're going to be going out. And there they go. MST, Metro, Panders, and 6. Amazing plays. Very, very nice plays on their part. They clutched it out, now taking kill leader. Not a whole lot of teams. We might see a fight actually break out with the AMP on the north side here. Waiting a little patiently to see what occurs. Everyone's kind of in a holding pattern, waiting to see what happens and waiting for the zone and waiting to edge out teams at various angles. Nice damage by Ak. Nice solid cleanup, and there you have it. So as we see teams, what we're looking at here is teams are clearly waiting for the zone to close to capture teams out of position. Trying to capture who's going to get the most damage here. Opting for the arc star. There is a Spitfire frying him, and he tries to take a reposition here. Luckily, is able to get the bat off and recover. We're seeing a lot of teams really get stuck, unfortunately. This is a really hard zone to fight in. There's the bubble to buy themselves some time. But now they have to worry about the team that's just going to full send them at this point. There it is. This team is going out right immediately. TMP, nice cleanup, good arc stars. The bubble just wasn't put down fast enough for them to recover. TMP absolutely getting fried in the back by a Spitfire. Talos is recovering. And we see a Dragon Ball Z fight happening in the mix over here. Dragon Ball Z meaning, of course, the Horizons fighting up in the air. We're seeing them just trying to buy time. This is just absolute chaos and definitely messy. Let's take a look at the POV from Sync's point of view, because they're definitely healthy and they're definitely doing quite well. All they need to do is all they're going to keep doing is mopping up and pushing. Unfortunately, they only have 1 kill point at the moment, but they're looking for some pickup kills. There's the port back.
Let's go this way.
And they may not be in here. If we look at the zone, even though the wall is there, technically it's not in. They need to rotate on the south side of this. Let's switch back over to CHR and see how they're handling their situation. They have only 1 KP still, but this is still our first place team at 53 points.
Enemy spotted.
Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. CHR coming up right behind. Gonna get some solid picks here. The Devotion with a turbocharger. He's ready to fry. He's 240 bullets. Quite literally, he's ready to send everything flying. As they roll up, this could be their moment. One of the Gibby bubbles has gone down. Unfortunately, gets fried as he goes in, but nice damage going out. And they need to reset as fast as humanly possible here, but it was nice solid KP. but they need to be careful for the third party. Let's take a look how the Wraith is going to handle this angle. They have 2 turbocharges. Look at that. And nice comms here as he drops a armor for his buddy.
Hostile right here.
CHR has been playing really well in this tournament. Just want to point out, we've been following them. They've been consistent. They've had consistent performance in this tournament thus far. I think they are a newly formed team comparatively to a lot of the other rosters we're seeing. So it is pretty great to see them click so well together. Let's take a look, make sure we're not missing any of the action. We do have a few teams on the outskirts of the zone here. We got AMP specifically. If AMP is able to get an angle here and take some shots, which they are doing at the moment. Poor Gibraltar getting fried. There is a bubble to buy themselves some time, but the bubble is only going to do so much because AMP is actually getting in on this action. There's a Gibraltar going down, and now we have the last remaining of the squad. Who's going to get the KP, and it goes over to AMP. This is a pretty big game for AMP. They knocked out Euresis' team. Euresis' team is now out of the running with HRN. Not bad placement of points. If you look at their overall points, this is going to at least keep them in the running. This is some consistency that they're having, but we'll have to see how this changes things up.
I have a subject in view. Spotted one.
This way.
So now we're looking at a top 5 situation. AMP is looking quite well, as well as CHR. If CHR clutches this win, there's no doubt that they're obviously going to be making the playoffs at this point. If they manage to clutch this win. I mean, even before, their points are still really solid with a solid 53. We'll see just how it all decides to shake up.
Let's move. I retract that.
Enemy over there.
Solid damage out in the opening, catches a team caught out in the rotation. CHR has some prime positioning here. You got to make sure he doesn't take too much zone damage, though. It only takes 1 tick, so that's not too bad. And there he goes. We only have 4 squads remaining. Looks like Omnu's team, Vayne, is out. CHR really clutching it out here. And then we have another team. We only have 3 teams remaining. Let's take a look at this POV from AMP. AMP has been doing quite well. They are the kill leaders. Let's hold here. Let's hold on the kill leader and see how AK is going to handle the situation. He's got 5 kills, 1,300 damage. I know CHR is obviously our first place, but it's always fun to see when a team is really building momentum, how they're going to maintain it. Love to see if AMP is able to kick this up a notch and continue popping off.
Here's the perfect spot to defend from.
Nobody wants to engage first on this encounter, or else they're going to be the third party. So essentially, if they manage to get a crack or get a knock, that should spell death for the other team. I don't think anybody's really going to move, though. MST, unfortunately, just doesn't have an angle on the right,
Might be something good this
and
way.
CHR doesn't have an angle on the left. The only team that really has an angle here is AMP. They can see both teams, which means that they're most likely going to get picked on from both these teams. Nice damage by AK. Some solid comms there, swapping ammo where they can.
Shall we head this way, darlings?
And now we wait for Zone. Zone has a minute and 40 until it closes, and this is where everything gets chaotic. AMP needs to be very careful in this situation not to get caught out and picked on. Because the only team that really is getting focused right now is AMPed. Luckily, the Gibraltar ult didn't go on them out in the open. And AK getting some solid R301 damage, but he's taking way too much zone damage. He needs to recover this. Let's see if he can bat in time, if he's able to, if he's got a bat. They do have a knock. He needs to play this patiently. He may not have the resources for a bat. I think I just saw his teammate drop one, and now he's just going to try to recover and refresh. Just get pushed in the back, and 6 is there. Switch over back to Monet. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our champion, I believe, was CHR. Yeah, and this is clutching him, pushing him more to first place. First place looking pretty comfortable for them. Not too bad. We're going to look at the scoreboard, but CHR really is running away with this. This is really going to be a game, especially going into Game 6, to see where individuals are going to place. So let's pop in the music and let's transition. And we'll be right back in it. All right, last game of the night. Last game of the night. I need to figure out which code we're going to switch over to. But this is looking pretty positive. Let me switch over to this POV so you can see the scores. CHR, 73 points with first place. Dude's Night Out with 48. Rare Excellence at 45. HRN at 44. AMP at 35 with Flashpoint. Flashpoint and AMP are really fighting it out here. If one of those teams goes out first, they're pretty much handing it to the other. They really are. They're pretty much handing it to the other. You're going to see a little bit of lag on the screen. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we have a new code. Okay. All right. Get into the final game code in just a moment. Last game of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Last game of the night. I just want to take a moment and thank you guys so much for being a part. It's been a very long day. Casting and following everything that's been going on. As you can tell, I'm losing a little bit of steam, but I'm still ready for the last round. Kind of just keep it calm, keep it cool. Kind of go into the last round nice and smooth. Are you even awake right now? Didn't you start? Yes, I did. I started at 4 in the morning, or 3 in the morning, or 2, somewhere around there. I don't know how I'm awake. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But looks like everyone's connecting. And we got the last round underway. Beyonce's coming over. I'm gonna ask her for a favor. Can you cook some noodles? So I can have some pasta. I don't know. Spaghetti. No, I'm kind of breaking off a little bit. I'll eat a bunch of it. All right, last game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Shout out to my fiance supporting me, bringing me tea, coming over, saying hi. All right, last game of the night, round number 6. You already saw the scoreboard over on the right. I'm gonna switch scenes in just a moment. So again, CHR 73 points, Dudes Night Out 48, Rare Excellence 45, HRM 44, AMP 35, and Flashpoint 35 points. All right. Last game of the night. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. This is honestly still MST can make a play here. There's still, this is Panders, Metro, and Simply. They can still make a comeback. All they need is get a few more points and boost up right above AMP Flashpoint. This could be really anybody's game. This still could be anybody's game depending on who clutches out the last game. Really could. All right. So I am going to have the spaghetti tonight. A little bit off topic. Oh, what are you guys having for dinner? What time is it for you around the world? I'm actually just generally curious. If you don't mind just typing in chat, everybody, what time is it for you around the world? I know when I started this morning, some people, they were saying it was around 1 p.m. when it was around 4 a.m. my time. But I'm generally curious what time it is for you where you're located. Kind of gives me a ballpark and how your evenings are going, what you're up to, how things are going. The next round until we have the discussion is about to start here in about 5 minutes. And yes, this is Doom. Doom 92, this is the main ALGS. If you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends Global Series, North America. So if this is your first time watching a tournament, especially on YouTube, right now what you're seeing is everyone's queuing into the lobby, getting comfortable, getting set up. And once they do, we'll hop in, we'll play. Right now I have pinned right up above the scores so you can tally to see who's in the top 5. The top 5 teams are the ones that are going to advance. I'm going to save my voice just a little bit for the last round, and then we'll get started and we'll get going. What rank am I? I'm actually currently Masters. Currently Masters. Master rank. Done a bit of scrims, tournament. Could definitely put a lot more time in the game. Sometimes the day job gets in the way, which is not a bad thing. My day job, I actually run Soar Gaming as a general manager. That's my day job. And then this at the moment is, I don't know what we call this, a passion? Side hobby. Just love creating content. I love doing it. Last game, then Dad's gonna sleep for 2 days. Facts. Facts. I'm trying just to reserve just a bit more energy for the last one here. Because I'm beat, but as you can tell, I'm happy. I believe you guys are all happy at home as well. All right. So this is the last round, meaning that individuals may try something new. I wonder if we're going to see any teams decide to kind of troll a little bit by running perhaps Loba, Rampart, Revenant, Octane, something along those lines. It'd be very much interesting to see if we had such a massive shift. I don't know if we're going to see it though, because I know there's a lot on the line here, so I don't think anybody's going to do it, but it could prove well for some KP if they decide to. 2 minutes until launch, and then we're going to get started. This is your moment. 2 minutes. Once we get started, we'll look. Are you in the comments? Of course I am. Of course I am. Again, there is a 5-minute delay that if I do not have the 5-minute delay, then obviously individuals can see the stream and not cheat, but I mean, I guess it is cheating would be the word. So to keep competitive integrity, we have a 5-minute delay on the stream. Don't normally do that for my regular live streams, but for commentating and shoutcasting, we have a 5-minute delay. Who's in the lead so far? Fantastic question. Team that is in the lead so far is CHR, and second is Dude's Night Out, Rare Excellence, HRN, and AMP. We have quite a few teams competing for that 5th place spot, so realistically, what you're going to see is individuals play perhaps a little differently. CHR doesn't really have much to worry about. Even if Dude's Night Out happens to get a 1st place win with 15 kills, they're still in 1st place overall. Still 1st place. After this, we can say we did it. After this, we can say we officially achieved our goal of casting 3 different regions in one day. Maybe I'll have you guys commentate the last round. It's 3 in the morning, almost 9 a.m. Wow. Some of you guys got up super early to watch, and I appreciate that. Having a sour patch right now, that sounds good. I wouldn't mind some ice cream. What day is it? What is today? Today is the 21st. Look at that. Just ate pizza. Nice. I know there's a 5-minute delay, so I'm just catching up, enjoying everything that you guys are talking about and doing. Wow, we got everyone from around the world. That's wild. Tanner. That's great. Well, it kind of shows we're all united watching one last tournament, excited to see how this all plays out. Here we go, last round. No crashes, no fitty-fitties. All right, and we're underway. Last round of the night. We'll see the scores relatively quickly because they have been updating very, very quickly. So we'll catch the scores, we'll break them down, we'll talk through it all, and we'll be all set. So I'm going to pull up as we infamously do. What we're going to look at is the teams. Now, keep an eye, almost like guess who in a way, and see if there's any changes. I don't think there's going to be any changes, but might be surprised. We haven't seen a Watson, we haven't seen a Pathfinder. All right. Everyone is choosing the legend, so obviously we're not frozen on the screen. But here we are. Who do I main? I actually made Watson or Horizon. But thank you so much, Dante. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. So as people are picking the legends, let's take a look. Let's refresh. Nobody's running Octane. It did not happen in North America. It happened in Europe and it happened at APAC North, but it did not happen here. No team decided to opt for it. I respect it. I'm very happy to kind of see it. Octane Revenant can be such a weird comp. Keeping an eye as we know Shroud just in case they happen to get into an early fight here. Don't want them to get into an early fight, but it's definitely a possibility. Taking a look at zone. As per usual, he's going to land here. And then his Gibby is going to drop him a bubble. There you go. Solid teamwork. No other 50-50s are taking place at the moment. Looks like there's going to be a thermal station. Let's see. And Busset Boys have the zone. Have the zone. Also, Doom92, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Oh, looks like we already see a fight already happening. Current Esports gets a knock, but unfortunately it looks like there's our first team out in the final round. Current Esports is done. Omnus team does recover from this situation, and they move him out of sorting. That was a pretty fast wipe. I'm not gonna lie. It came over as fast as possible, but that was a pretty intense and fast wipe that we saw happen from their team. But looks like Current Esports has already left the lobby. They're definitely going back to the drawing board. Everyone, again, as we're wrapping things up, everyone has to remember that every player in this lobby is talented. Everyone knows what they're doing. There's just a level of synergy that everyone has to pay attention to, get comfortable with, and no team should be disappointed for making it this far. They should definitely be proud of their overall performance, knowing that they made it to finals and potentially the playoffs. So they should be very proud of their overall performance. That's what I'm getting at. As we look over at most of the teams and seeing how everyone is positioning, the only team that might get into a fight is Absolute Monarchy. Fretfruit Ninja has taken the most amount of damage, and now they're just trying to find an angle here so they can get a crack. Needs to be careful not to overextend, but unfortunately does and goes down. This is not looking good for Absolute Monarchy, because unfortunately this could put him out of the tournament. Let's take a look at Crypto as he's just trying to recover. Really the only thing he could do is wrap, but I know that for a fact they're going to push him. And he's burning. Tries to knock as many as humanly possible. Does a massive amount of damage, but unfortunately it's not enough. And there we go, going out at 19th place. See a little bit of anger and toxicity happening in the lobby. All right, switch to a different POV. Let's take a look how teams are rotating, but it looks like nobody's going to run into. There's a potential that we know Shroud might run into this other team. They do get a solid crack, and they do know their armor situation. So 2 teams out already. We know Shroud team has already popped their ult. They're pretty confident on this push or the rotation in. Depends on what the other team does, but it looks like Ackman's team, Amp, is choosing to rotate instead. So we got the narrative. We're following them along. Let's take a look at CHR because that is our current top dogs in the lobby. I'm less worried about them, so I'm not sure. Unless they're absolutely destroying and melting the lobby, we'll come back to them. But I think they're just going to kind of vibe and just take this the way it is. Let's take a look at Dude's Night Out. Dude's Night Out is in Thermal Station with a lot of teams rotating in. And let's take a look at Rare Excellence to see how they're handling their situation in Skyhook. Excuse me, not Skyhook. Skyhook. I apologize. I stream fully on YouTube, so if you're tuning in, I do stream every Sunday on YouTube if I'm not casting. But recently I've been doing a lot more casting and capturing all of the action that is taking place. Talus is already in a gunfight at the moment. Let's take a look at TMP as they push. They do notice there's a lot of caustic gas, but they no longer fear the gas, and they're going to push right in. Unfortunately, the caustic gas seems to not be halting them, but they are taking way too much damage that the team has decided to just keep rotating away. AMP does have a nice angle here, so if they decide to come out, this is a nice head glitch spot, by the way. Solid head glitch spot. So as teams are holding out and chilling and vibing, we're seeing that there's 17 squads still in the lobby. All the teams are still rotating on the north side. We may see, I'll hold up on Amp here. Nice solid damage, gets a crack. This could be the push, but unfortunately does get cracked, and now they have to opt for the rotation to get out. There's no way they can push this anymore after that initial crack. The triple take was a solid amount of damage there. Solid amount of damage. It was commendable. Alright, let's take a look at a different POV here. All the teams are rotating. We're trying to see, and it looks like Talus' team is hard chasing. They know that they're split. And the reason why they split is obviously to kind of buy themselves more time. And we do see as well My Little Phony is taking center. I don't know if Ackman is aware that there's two teams that he's in between right now, but it definitely lowers his chances of being successful. There it is. Let's see if he gets the amount of damage he's looking for. Unfortunately, is not able to clutch out the damage they're looking for, but they are able to potentially hard chase. They are in zone. They're not looking half bad. Let's go over to Thermal Station because we are seeing some shots. Busted Boys does have height. And with having height, they're just waiting for the right opportunity to rotate. Let's see if they're going to push this, that is. It looks like My Little Phony did manage to get the kill on Ackman, moving their squad out. And now Monet is just playing patiently, waiting. It's really all he can do. Amp has done really well, and this is actually working in the favor of Flashpoint. If Amp goes out early, this definitely helps secure Flashpoint's positioning. So if he manages to get caught out, that's only a positive for Flashpoint at this point. No pun intended there. So let's take a different POV here as teams are fighting. Mostly poke damage is occurring with Dude's Night Out. Taking some shots, as you can tell, from a distance. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make a play on this, unfortunately. We get some solid shots. Let's see if we can nail some of these G7 shots. But they're actually in a really good positive spot here. They're actually in a positive spot. Not much to worry about. Sitting pretty comfortably. Let's take a look at the teams. I know Metro's team is just trying to recover here. But they are in zone. I highly doubt Toria, Omnu, and Scurry and Vane's team is going to push out. Into the other team, that is. I mean, they'll push out to find some positioning, but I don't think they're going to push out to fight the whole other team altogether. Nice R31 damage. They got them stuck in here. They need to be careful or else they're going to get picked on from every other team. They get the mop up, and there you have it. Nice solid KP by Altoria. We'll have to see if they manage to get a solid kill to boost up to first place. They got 4 kills so far. At this point, what they need is more points to get up on the leaderboard. Seeing a lot of poke damage still occurring, a lot of rotations coming in. We do see My Little Phony. They did have some solid kills earlier, 3 kills. They are rotating a little bit late, but they are running up right behind Farm Boys. Let's take a look at Flashpoint and see how they're doing, because now that Amp is a little bit more out of the equation, is Flashpoint able to find some comfortable positioning? We'll take a look at CHR and Dude's Night Out in just a hot second as well, but these are the teams that we're going to keep an eye on. Okay, looks like they're not going to be making any headway here. Let's take a look at CHR and see how they're rotating and how they're finding their way through. So CHR is having the hard rotation on the back end. Not much action going to be taking place here. So let's switch over to Monet. Just want to see where he's decided to rat. So he's got the low ground here. He might actually live through quite a bit. So the most action that we're going to see is going to be on the north side of the map with Yubi, as well as gas station Sushi rotating right behind them. So it looks like they found them out. They do have gold armor. They have a Spitfire and an Eva. And this could be pretty positive for them if they manage to get some cracks. Not cracks in themselves, because unfortunately they are taking quite a bit of damage. Let's take a look at their POV, how they're doing. So they are resetting, but it looks like because of their confidence and the amount of damage that they've been laying down, it looks like they're going to make a play off of this. There's some of the scans out. All they got to wait is patiently for the scan just to dissipate so they can make a play. Nice, solid damage. There's a knock, and they're going to full send this. Let's see if there's any teams that have the potential third party. This is an isolated fight. They have to be nervous knowing that this is an isolated fight. The enemy team, that is. Knowing that could be free KP, which is why they've abandoned their third. And let's see if FYP decides to chase. And it looks like they're not going to. They're not going to chase. It makes sense. Don't want to get too greedy. And it looks like Rare Excellence has a nice position in the choke here, while most of the teams have to hard rotate onto them. So we do see a potential fight happening with CHR, as well as the Farm Boys. We'll see how this plays out, if they're going to just opt to rotate in, or if they're going to hard contest them here. And CHR is not looking too hot now. They need to get out. I don't know if he's going to be able to res him in time. He decides to rotate out instead of going towards the portal right away. He throws the gas right on top of his head. Quite literally right on top of his head. At least they're able to recover the banner potentially here in a moment. But they are taking a ton of zone damage. The thing is, CHR does not have to worry too much here, because they have achieved a lot of points. They have 73. They're in first place. Even if Dude's Night Out gets 30 points, they're still well in the lead, and there's not much to worry about. But doesn't mean that they should play poorly, of course. They're playing it as if everything was still on the line, which is good on them to play. Farm Boys is waiting for them to rotate into zone. Trying to see if they get some solid damage here with the charge rifle and how that's going to play out. A lot of teams are playing quite respectfully. CHR is just going to try to hold into zone as much as possible. Their resources are a bit low, but I think CHR could rotate in and create some more med kits, because he does have 45 points. But the longer they wait, obviously the harder this is going to be. Rare Excellence is holding the choke still, and there's two individual teams still in the building. We got Flashpoint. Let's see which team am I looking for to see if they're still in?
Friendly trap deployed. Let's go this way.
Let's take a look at AMP. Give me 1 second here. Once we take a look at AMP, AMP is still in their sweet spot, but they could go out here. Whenever they do, this could be handing it over to Flashpoint. FYP looking for the angle, trying to see if they're going to rotate over to the choke on the left or to the right. Stomps does get a solid knock. Let's take a look back at CHR and see how they're about to rotate in, because they're literally about to run into a team here. Quite literally about to run into a team. The other teams don't need to worry about too much. They did manage to get their res and recoup their buddy. Let's see if it's enough to really keep it together, though. Ooh, is he going to get that med kit off? He does just in time. Luckily gets the med kit off, and now he can rotate in. There's the cue to buy themselves some HP and some time. We see the Farm Boys. Stomps popping off with a charge rifle. They do need to watch their backs. I don't think they're aware of the team that's right behind them. They could come in and sneak attack this. Terry, it's good to have you here. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends Global Series North America. And we are color commentating the tournament that is happening right before the playoffs. The top 5 teams get to move on to the playoffs. So CHR is taking their time, making sure they're topping off and rotating together.
Evo shield here, level 3.
They have a hard rotation in. This is going to be rough. Let's take a look at the team fight that's occurring. Farm Boys happens to have the bottom part, and it looks like right up above is a whole different team. Farm Boys is now trapped inside this building, but I wouldn't know if we call it trapped. They're throwing an arc star back. It's a massive amount of damage. Stomps has been popping off. He's going to be stacking his damage, getting well above 1k here in just a moment. There's the port back up, and there's the cleanup. All they got to do is recover. They're safe up there. They have gold bag. Hopefully he doesn't get shot in the back. Oh, is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Unfortunately, does get knocked. He might have needed to stick that res when he hesitated. He could have had his buddy up, but unfortunately now, I mean, look at FYP. They're looking pretty comfortable. They got a lot of loot up there. Let's take a look at CHR as they rotated in. They took the low ground while the other teams were pushing into the main building themselves. CHR is just playing patient, going for their placement points, which is respectable. Let's take a look at Flashpoint's POV. Flashpoint is still within their building. Let's also take a look at Dude's Night Out. Dude's Night Out is also playing patient within the building. It's Aves is deciding to rotate back. They were on the south side of this map, and it looks like they're getting a lot of picks over here with the Gibby ult. Nice amount of damage with the Gibby ultimate. Solid shots with the G7. This could call for a potential KP. But at the same time, they don't want to overextend this, because if they do, it's going to spell disastrous, because they're going to be giving up their main turf, which is what they don't want to do. Switch over to HRN's POV. HRN has been doing quite well still. They only have one true KP, but nonetheless, they are in center zone for the most part. They just have to worry about the teams that are right behind them. So let's switch over to the Donut. The Donut is an absolute massacre. My Little Phony coming in. Switch over to Phony Head. Is he able to clutch this out? Unfortunately, he's not. He hits the damage on the shield, which is not enough. FYP is managing to get some massive kills so far in the final match of the day. HRN sitting pretty comfortable. Let's take a look if we're missing any of the action here. And yeah, we're looking. Everything's looking pretty good. We've got 9 teams left. Dude's Night Out, CHR. I don't know. Is Rare Excellence still back in? The Rare Excellence still in. And I need to double check if Amp is still in. I don't think. If they are, they still only have 1 rat. Let's take a look. Hold on. No, it looks like Amp is out, which leaves the door open for a Flashpoint to make 5th place. Take a look how Flashpoint is handling the rotation. They have a hard rotation in. They only have a little bit of time. 32 seconds. The zone is closing. Kupski managed to find an opening here for his teammates. They're going to have to push this. They don't really have much of a choice, but a solid amount of damage, and they get a knock. Tech gets a nice crypto bomb, and they're going to clean this up, and they'll find some space to breathe. No pun intended with the caustic, of course, because I mean you got to breathe it in, right? Let's take a look how Team Depression is handling this. Just trying to swap armors for days. Let's see if he can manage to get his res off. And there it is. Unfortunately, Rare Excellence does come in, mops him up. And that's the end of that. Flashpoint is down at the moment, but they are not out. 6th place. This is looking pretty good. When we look at the updated stats, this is going to be really close on the leaderboards to see overall who wins. So what I'm going to switch back over again to Rare Excellence. I'm curious if they see them. They have to see them here in a moment. If they were to look just further south, they should see them right there. It's going to be really close. Let's see which 5 teams are going to advance, ladies and gentlemen. We know that CHR at this point has solidified their spot. Dude's Night Out has definitely solidified their spot. Considering they're still in the top 5 here, it's really going to come down to HRN and Flashpoint, depending when they get knocked out. They need to hold their own here. Rare Excellence finding the high ground. This is really good for them. This is going to secure their spot in the tournament. Let's switch over to Flashpoint and see how they're managing to clutch this out. I don't know why he hasn't rezzed him yet. Maybe he's afraid that he's going to get pushed. He's waiting for the right moment. He should probably opt for the res here in about 10 seconds. If not, the zone's going to get him. All right, looks like they get a nice recovery. Flashpoint is now back in it. Let's take a look at CHR and how they're doing. It looks like they're having a massive fight in the building here. Caustic battle.
Listen, let's move here.
Enemy spotted.
It looks like CHR is about to rotate right into zone. You see the teams that are trying to hide underneath the building, get some solid R99 damage. All they need to do is wait patiently before pushing in and hug the zone. And if they hold the left, I mean, they're sitting pretty good. And that could be a kidnap in the making right here. They move in, they rotate, and they have their nice little angle here. And it looks like CHR is about to go out. He's going to take a little bit of zone damage. Let's see if he dies from it. He's about to die, and luckily takes the zone right back. And gets a swap and then goes right back. But this extra tick of damage may be too much and actually put him out, and he does die. HRN is now in the top 3. Let's look at the remaining squads that are in. We got his we have Rare Excellence, HRN, and Dude's Night Out. With that, this is going to be interesting how far AMP got up in the leaderboards to see which 5 are advancing. We know CHR, Dude's Night Out, Rare Excellence, and HRN are moving up. The question is how many points does Flashpoint have, and if they're going to make it overall to finals. HRN has the best positioning in the building here. Let's take a look on the outside. Rare Excellence probably has maybe some of the harder positioning because they have... Oh, no, actually they have good positioning. Looking at the zone, it's going to pull right in front of them. Let's keep an eye on Rare Excellence and see how they manage to clutch this out, if they can hold the high ground against the other teams. So just so you know where they're at, they're in the buildings right down below. As long as they play patiently, they could definitely clutch this out.
Let's go this way.
Now, of course, the reason why you're hearing the silence is we're waiting for the zone to close, and once it closes, this is where the pressure begins.
Might be something good this way.
Here comes zone closing, got a minute and 35. Rare Excellence needs to be very careful about taking any excessive damage. If they do, if they get cracked, it's going to waste seconds trying to get a bat off to recover. They have a nasty head glitch, both teams do. It's just a matter of who manages to land their headshots more. There's a Gibby ult to bounce them off the building. This is a positive for Rare Excellence, but also it could be a negative as the team in the back is now no longer pushing pressure on the team down below. There they go. They're going to take right underneath the stairs. Good decision. There's the next Gibby bubble Gibby ultimate that's coming out, and they have to move. There's the bubble to buy themselves a little bit of time. Rare Excellence is actually playing this very well and very patiently. And there's another Gibby ult, and this time they're going to have to utilize the Horizon Q just to buy themselves a little bit of time. Getting some solid cracks. Needs to hang tight and just wait.
Portal here. Also right here.
And here we go. This is where we separate the men from the boys. Popping his Q, trying to reset. Got a Dragon Ball Z fight right in the air. Manages to get his battery off. That's insane. We see a huge number of bodies flying up in the air. And wow, HRN comes out on top. What an insane ending. It was so... There's so many bodies there at the end. It was pretty crazy. All right, once the score is updated here in a moment, we'll talk about the teams that have made it in the top 5. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude today's broadcast. I want to take a moment and thank all of you guys. I know a little bit towards the end, I definitely could feel myself losing a bit of steam. That I've been going since like 4 or 3 o'clock this morning. I guess I woke up around 1 or 2, and I've been going. I just want to thank you guys all so much for being a part of the channel, being a part of the stream. It really means a whole lot. Being patient for those that maybe you're watching as a watch party. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for putting up with me. And hopefully we're managed to be a pretty good driver, driving a lot of the traffic where everyone's going. But nonetheless, we're about to take a look at the scoreboard here. These are the final results. This was just updated just a hot second ago at 9:18. As you can tell, CHR definitely claimed they're moving on to the playoffs. We have HRN in first place as well. This is Hill's team, Euris. And simply, let's give a shout out to everybody in those teams. CHR, 79 points with Crook, Oh My God, Ronnie, and Hambino. Then you have in second place, HRN, Simply, Hill, and Euris. Congratulations to all of you guys. Congratulations to the first team as well. Dudes Night Out, Aves, EC Rollers, and Duplex taking third place, obviously advancing as well. Rare Excellence, His Watson, Sung Yuen, and Keon taking fourth place. And then Flashpoint etching it out with Peach, Tech, and Kupski in the finals for the playoff. Congratulations to all those teams involved. Should be very proud of your performance. All teams should be very, very proud of all their performance overall. I want to thank you guys so much for letting me be your caster for today. I'm going to go finally eat. I'm going to relax. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the stream, and I'll see you guys all next time.